1 week ago, Virginia Tech suffered one of its most humbling defeats in decades, losing at LSU 48-7. Now, 1 week later, the Hokies are back at home, hoping for a bounce-back victory against the Ohio Bobcats. The big news this week, a new quarterback for Tech. True freshman Tyrod Taylor from Hampton takes over the starting role. Taylor will be the first true freshman to start a game for the Hokies since 1982. The elusive Taylor, with those quick feet and a rocket for an arm, hopes to jumpstart Tech's offense. Hokies coach Frank Beamer calls this one a critical game for his team. Today, the Hokies head coach guns for his 200th career victory. On the other sideline today, the Ohio Bobcats under coach Frank Solich. Ohio is 2-0 on the season following a fourth-quarter comeback at Louisiana Lafayette last week. The Bobcats are led by all-conference tailback Calvin McCray, who scored 4 touchdowns a week ago. Today, McCray and Ohio visit Lane Stadium, where the Hokies have won 26 straight games against non-conference teams. It is Virginia Tech against Ohio from Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, and it's all coming up next on Hokie Playback. 2 years ago, during Frank Solich's first year, Mike, Tech hammered this team 45-0, but this former Nebraska coach has a Nebraska flavor to his team. His staff, several of their players are from Nebraska, and sure enough, just last year they won 9 games, won their division, played in a bowl game, and this year they're thinking 9 or 10 wins for this Bobcat team.
He has some quality players back, Bill, and they bought into the program and his system.
Here's the run-up by DeVelli, and the ball is in the air and the game is underway. Kickoff coming to Price, a yard deep in the end zone on the left side. And the receiver and kick returner sprints to the 10 and 20 and gets knocked down at the 23-yard line, where Ohio will start first and 10 at the 24-yard return, and Stephon Virgil trips up the Ohio return man. And here come the Bobcats, averaging 34 points per game, attacking a Virginia Tech defense that, well, had a rough week in practice under coordinator Bud Foster after what we saw last Saturday night.
He really got after him, Bill. I mean, it was some things that he felt like obviously they could fix, but losing containment, missing assignments and whatnot, not trusting your teammates to do their responsibilities, that really upset Bud.
Corey Robertson is starting over Carlton Powell. That is the only change that Tech has made along the defensive starting unit. Ohio from the 23. First play of the game is a handoff to McCray up the middle. Gets popped on the 25 by the Hokies. Corey Robertson along with Vince Hall. Slight gain on the play for the 208-pound senior from Decatur, Georgia. He is a veteran. This is his 36th consecutive start. In fact, McCray, number 5 in white, started here 2 years ago against Tech.
Big Corey Robertson at the bottom of that pile, Bill. He's a big kid, 6'4", 340 pounds, really stuffed it in there.
Gain of just under 3, second down and about 7 for Ohio, going from our right to left, driving from south to the north here at Lane Stadium. Play action pass, and Bauer hands it off to the receiver Hillard at the 18-yard line, slips and goes down to the 22, trying to cut back. Some trickery there for Ohio University. Booker again surging through, makes the play on Taylor Price, the sophomore receiver.
He had no room at all, Bill. Ryan Martin had unbelievable penetration along with Vince Hall, but he was able to get away from that. But Barry Booker was there secondary to make the play. Lost a yard on the play. It's going to be a third down.
They're down at actually about 10, lost almost 3. So Ohio faces its first third down of the day. On the season, they've been really good in this, 46%. The quarterback is Bauer in the shotgun on third down. Receivers to either side and one back. There's the shotgun snap to Bauer. Number 14 in white dumps it off short to the tight end, who races free ahead of the 40 for the first down, and ahead of the 41-yard line. Cam Martin tracked him down. It's a 17-yard game. Andrew Mooney, the junior from Lubbock, Texas, coming free, and Ohio converts a big third down.
And there again is a missed tackle by Vince Hall, Bill. Bauer hangs in the pocket there. He just kind of shuffles the pass ahead to Mooney. Vince can't make the tackle, and then it quickly is into the secondary. Nice play by the big kid Mooney at 6'3", 220, 230. Has some good wheels. Vince Hall's got to make that tackle.
So the ball moves out to the Ohio 41-yard line. 2 minutes into the game. Ohio driving right to left. And they hand the football to McCray on first down, and he runs into Chancellor at about the 44-yard line. And the Virginia Tech strong safety from Maury High School in Norfolk makes the tackle on Calvin McCray. Number 5 in white is going to carry the ball an awful lot today for the visitors. And you know Solich wants nothing more than to keep those sticks moving. keep number 5 running with the ball.
Nice gain of 3 on that particular play. Chancellor did a nice job of coming up and making the stick.
Garrett from Bristow, Virginia, wide to the right. Ohio goes with trips. 3 receivers for the first time.
Whoops.
Here comes Price in motion, and flags are thrown. It looked like number 77 Johnson moved early, Mike.
6'2", 318-pound senior out of Vienna, West Virginia. A little anxious there.
Ohio's averaging 33 points per game, 424 yards of total offense per game through their first 2 games. Victories over Gardner-Webb at home, 36-14, and then last week at Louisiana Lafayette, 31-23, a game in which they rallied for 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns by McCray. Second down and 12 from the 39, again out of the I formation. A play fake for Bauer, sprinting out, throwing on the run over the head of the intended receiver, nearly short hopped by a second receiver, but it lands incomplete. The intended receiver was Price. Ball was thrown over his head, and Garrett nearly was able to dive and catch it, but it will be third down now for the Bobcats.
Price is about 6'1". He's got some time, little play action fake, which really took Vince Hall. Vince was nowhere to be found. Price reaches about as high as he can reach, but just cannot bring it in. Vince Hall really got faked out on that play. He went with a play action fake. Bauer scoots around the left side.
Sea of orange and maroon here at Lane Stadium for the Bobcats, facing another 3rd and long in the opening minutes of the game. Shotgun snap again to Bauer. They set up a screen to McCray. Catches it on the 40, gets ahead of the 45. Still going at the 48, and he's tracked down by Brandon Flowers, shy of the first down. It was 3rd and 12, and they got about 10 or 11, just shy of midfield.
That's where that 5-yard penalty for the false start, Bill, by the big fella Johnson really cost them. That would have been a first down had it not been that case. And quickly Ohio gets their punt team on the field.
Schulte is the punter. He's a redshirt freshman from Cincinnati, kicking to the Hokies' Eddie Royal. There's the snap. It's good. And the kick is away, coming over towards the near sidelines. And it hits at the 18-yard line and will be down near the 19 by the Bobcats' Joshua Abrams. 31 yards on the punt. And now here comes the Tech offense on the field, and you hear that roar. It is for number 5, Tyrod Taylor, who will start at quarterback for Virginia Tech. He had a really good week of practice last week. They put him in against LSU. An even better week this week, taking over the Virginia Tech quarterback position.
And a little better situation than last week, coming in at the 14-yard line, down 24-0.
Hokies will drive from our left to right, officially from the 20. First play, Tyrod swings it over to Harper on the left side. He breaks a tackle at the 18, gets back to the 23, fighting his way forward before Michael Mitchell makes the tackle for the white-clad Ohio Bobcats.
Well, Mark Parson is a guy that's got to make that tackle there, Bill. He had Harper, but you got to make the first guy miss. That's what Harper did to Parson. He was able to worm and squirm his way up there for about a 4-yard gain.
Parsons covering Harper again. He's one of 3 Ohio players in their 2 deep from Richmond. They have 5 players overall from Virginia, but 3 from Richmond, including that middle linebacker, Taj Henley. Here's a quarterback keeper. And the quarterback, Taylor, scampering to his left, gets ahead of the 27-yard line. Dragged down over there by Myers, their leading tackler. Weak side linebacker, but there you see the speed of Taylor racing hard to the left.
And that play had no way it was going to get any positive yards. I mean, Lawrence is right there in the backfield waiting on Tyrod Taylor, but he's able to get rid of Lawrence, the cornerback, and get around the outside and scoot, pick up a couple yards. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 3, but that play looked like trouble from the start, but Tyrod gets something positive out of it.
Hokies go out of the eye. They ran an awful lot of option this week in practice, Mike, which we haven't seen much early in this season. Here's just a simple toss sweep to the right. There's Orr, cuts back and then gets clobbered at the line of scrimmage. Bobcats were crowding the line of scrimmage, and there was Jamison Hartke, the defensive end from Centerville, Ohio, along with defensive tackle Landon Cohen. So the Hokies go 3 and out and get punter Bowden on the field.
He made a terrific cut there on Myers, the linebacker, Bill, but then the pressure was there. Ohio was all over that one. No gain on the play, maybe a yard. The Hokies are forced to punt, a 3 and out.
So that the Hokies sophomore Bowden gets the kick away, and it's a line drive punt coming to Garrett, fields it near his 30-yard line and sprints quickly back to the 40 and ahead of the 42. No score in the game, timeout. 9:15 to go, first quarter. Virginia Tech and Ohio on this sunny day in Blacksburg, and our coverage continues from Lane Stadium after these messages. Ohio's second possession in a scoreless game. From its 41-yard line, driving right to left, first down, handoff to McCray, and nothing doing. Great penetration up front by Nikos Brown. The Virginia Tech defensive end shooting off the right side, and the sophomore from Brandywine, Maryland, shows why Bud Foster and Charlie Wiles are so high on him. That was just a terrific play by the defensive end.
He was all over that. Good penetration. He scrapes right down the line and right on top of McCray as soon as he gets a handoff, Bill. We also see John Graves in there this series as well. So Charlie Wiles shuffling those defensive linemen here in this second series.
Ohio out of the shotgun, 2nd and 13. Clock turning, 8:40 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Now they send McCray in motion to the right. The lone back is Marcelo, the fullback, and they run a QB draw, and there's Vince Hall to eat up Bauer, and down he goes. Just a great play. Hall coming in unblocked from the middle linebacker spot, gets the quarterback before he could make a run.
I'd say on half of the plays today, Bill, Vince Hall has been coming forward in a blitz. I mean, he is just all over that. I mean, he just sneaks right through there at the snap of the ball, anticipates the count, blows right by the big offensive tackle who never really saw him. Vince makes a terrific play in the backfield.
So Ohio on the first play loses 3. On second down, loses 3 more, and thus it is 3rd and 16. No score. Bobcats in the white jerseys and green pants. Driving right to left. Crowd roars in Blacksburg. Out of the shotgun, here is an all-out blitz. Bauer in trouble, takes off running, and a backside sack. Down he goes, back on the 32-yard line. Credit the sack to Xavier Adibi. It's his 2nd of the season, and Ohio goes 3 and out.
That's a more aggressive series than the first one we saw, Bill. Bud Foster calling some blitzes there. He's getting extra pressure on the quarterback, and boy, Xavier Adibi, just a nice play getting around the block. And again, quickly the punt team on.
Matt Schulte is Ohio's punter, standing on his 20-yard line and kicks it away. Eddie Royal calls for a fair catch for Virginia Tech and does so on the 31-yard line, and Virginia Tech will take over when we come back. Scoreless, Virginia Tech and Ohio. Tyrod Taylor back to throw on first down, and the freshman zips it down the field. Beautiful throw. In stride. Hooks up with Morgan on the 20. Ahead of the 15. Tiptoeing down the sidelines. And out of bounds on the 10-yard line. Taylor hooks up with Josh Morgan for a 59-yard throw and catch, and the crowd loves it. Number 5 zinging it down the field to the senior Josh Morgan.
So cool, calm, and collected, Bill. He gets really good protection from his offensive line. They're not loading up on him. They're just rushing 4 guys. He steps up in the pocket and throws a perfect strike. He thought he might run it, but he waits. Morgan comes open late, right across the middle of the field. What a perfect throw and catch.
He effortlessly threw that football with his wrist. You know, Mike?
Yeah, he's talented, my man.
All on the 10, first down. Handoff goes to Brandon Orr, picking his way along the line, and just Ohio. Look at that, Mike. All the Tech offensive linemen on their knees, and the white-clad Bobcats chase Orr out of bounds. I mean, there's just a perfect example of at some point you're going to have to block people up front.
They just did a good job of neutralizing. They get leverage on those offensive linemen. You string the play out, and then they have enough speed on defense where you can do that. The secondary guys can come over there and make it difficult. Now, Orr's got to just do something more. He's got to hit the hole.
Got to take the hole right away and go.
Yeah, yep. Got to run downhill. You can't go sideways laterally.
So it's going to be 2nd down and goal to go back on the 11. And the Hokies, Taylor in the shotgun, takes the snap, zipping it over the middle, and it is deflected and intercepted into and out of the arms of Morgan. It popped into the air, and trailing the play was the linebacker Cohen, the defensive tackle Cohen. It'll go as an interception, and Ohio gets the ball on the 10.
You talk about a perfect pass, though. I mean, Tyrod Taylor, again, 4-man rush. He steps up in there. He delivers a perfect strike there to Morgan. Gets broken up, and Cohen just happens to be Johnny on the spot there. The ball pops right into his hands there, Bill. Perfect pass, though.
I'm not so sure it's not a reception and a fumble.
I think it's a catch.
I think he caught it, and then it's a fumble by Morgan.
I agree with you.
So probably not an interception. Could be ruled either way. So now Ohio gets the ball back, but on its own 10-yard line. The game's first turnover. Bobcats ball on the 10. They'll run out of the I formation with 2 tight ends for the first time. And they hand it off to McCray. And he spins free across the 15 and dives to about the 16-yard line before Brandon Flowers comes up to make the tackle. Again, though, as you mentioned, Mike, it was a good throw, but just a good hit put on Josh Morgan.
It's a great hit. But, I mean, Tyrod just with a flick of the wrist can get the ball there so quickly. And Morgan holds on to it, but he gets really jacked on the play, and Cohen is just Johnny on the spot. What a move McRae puts on DJ Parker. Wow, good spin move right there in the hole. Kind of left him standing.
6 minutes, 18 seconds to go. First quarter, no score. Ohio driving right to left. Here at Lane Stadium, the Bobcats unbeaten on the season, 2-0. Play fake for the senior quarterback Bauer. Back to throw, aims, heaves, and it's incomplete. Intended for the flanker Garrett. Macho Harris had coverage on the play for Virginia Tech. Garrett from Manassas and played at Stonewall Jackson. He was an all-star player for them, Mike. They went to Fork Union Military Academy for a year before servicing at Ohio University.
That's a good play action fake. Macho Harris, good to see him out there running at full speed, trying to get the coverage there on Garrett. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3 with 6:04 to go. Officially, they're ruling it as a completed pass by Taylor to Morgan, and then a fumble by Morgan.
I agree with that. I think he had plenty of time. His feet were on the ground.
Shotgun snap to Bauer, looking deep, fires past the flex, high in the air, and lands on the ground, incomplete. I'm not sure who got an arm up.
That was Graves. Good job by Graves. I mean, there's a situation where a kid's about 6'3", anticipates the pass, gets his hands up there at the last second, and gets the tip. You get block, and you anticipate the pass. You throw that big old paw up there, and you get a piece of it.
You know what the Hokies haven't done yet this year, Mike?
Block a kick.
Block a punt. Ohio's punting for the 3rd time today. The punter's standing inside his 3. His name is Schulte. He takes the snap, and he gets the kick away. It's a high spiral and a beauty. Man, Eddie Royal going way back. Punt hits at the 40, still rolling at the 30, and Schulte just hit a home run for a punter. It's going to roll all the way down inside the 25-yard line. It's going to be a 59-yard punt, no return. Hokies get the ball when we come back. No score. We have no score. 5:45 to play in the opening period. Hokies had a good drive going before the turnover. Get the football back now on their own 24 in a scoreless game, driving left to right under bright sunlight here at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg.
See Lewis in at running back now, Bill.
Kenny Lewis from Danville takes the first down handoff, and behind the line of scrimmage gets hit, is able to squirm back to the 25 and bottled up there. A familiar refrain, Mike. A Tech tailback getting really no yardage. You take a look at the Hokies' rushing stats are brutal. Averaging under 2 yards per rush as a team.
1.8 per carry. You'd have to go back a long time probably to find something worse than that. The only change on the offensive line this series is that Matt Welsh is in there for Graham at the left guard spot.
Hokies have rushed for 3 yards on 4 carries to start the game. 2nd down and 9. Taylor rolling to his right and heaving it deep. And it's incomplete. Now Royal had stepped out of bounds and came back in and tried to catch it. There is a flag on the play as well. Once you step out, you can't come back in. Now, if you're forced out, you can, but that was not the case. We do have a penalty on Virginia Tech back upfield at the line of scrimmage as well.
Could be an ineligible downfield. You see those guys scrambling around, not sure if Tide Rod's going to run or throw.
They're going to decline the penalty, it appears, and it'll just simply be 3rd down and 9.
Dwayne Brown trying to get out and make a play. His left tackle spot. 5 minutes left. Quarter number 1, no score. The Hokies are faced with a 3rd and 9 here.
After a big week of practice, Zach Luckett is in the game now at receiver for Virginia Tech. On 3rd and long, Taylor drops the throw. First man is covered, dumps it off short. There's Lewis out of the backfield, catches it, and then dropped it. My goodness. Had that ball to the 32-yard line, he would have run for 12, 15, maybe 20 yards, but he dropped it wide open, and the Hokies will punt again.
Tyrod Taylor with plenty of time, Bill. Offensive line, again, they're only rushing 4. He looks deep, can't find it, scoots out of the pocket to his left, puts the ball right on the fingertips of Kenny Lewis. My goodness, that would have been a huge play. And a confidence builder for both of those young players. I mean, Tyrod with those quick feet.
He looks good early, by the way. He's very comfortable. He's putting the ball right on the money. 4:53 to go, and now punt for Bowden once again. Punting the football to the Bobcats. This punt coming over to the near sideline is a short punt. Hits at about the 30 and will go out of bounds there. And Ohio will take over 1st and 10. Once again this season, our booth, the field communications are provided by Procom, a Virginia wireless company. Count on Procom for sales, rentals, and service of the Kenwood Professional Radio Communications line.
Tyrod looks sharp, though, Bill. I mean, he's putting the ball right where it needs to be. I don't know if guys got a little nervous or what. Josh Morgan got jacked on the fumble. Kenny Lewis hadn't played a whole lot, but's got to make that catch. Couldn't ask for a better pass.
So Ohio gets the ball back. Cordero Thompson in the game now at one defensive tackle position. Roberts in the other. Quarterback keeper, and Bauer scampers across the 35 and dragged down by Parker at about the 39-yard line. Brad Bauer, who had the record-setting night at Lafayette last week, with a good first down pickup for Ohio.
Nice play action fake there. Kind of fooled Ellis for a moment. Ellis comes out and tries to get him down any way he can, which just happens to be like a horse collar. Good tackle there, but not before he picked up a good 8 yards on the play.
4:14 to go, scoreless first quarter. Ohio on the move out to its own 38-yard line. High formation for the Bobcats. Driving right to left. Receivers split to either side. Number 14 in white, Brad Bauer, pulls back, turns, and hands the football this time to the tailback McCray. Gets wrapped up by Adebe and company and pushed backwards just shy of the first down. It will be 3rd and short for the visitors.
Good job by those interior defensive linemen, kind of standing up the big offensive lineman, and a guy like Adebe can get in there and get some penetration and make the play. Kind of neutralize the line of scrimmage and let your big guys come up and make the play. It's going to be a 3rd and inches.
Crowd on its feet here in Blacksburg. These fans are ready today. They're doing everything they can. Quarterback sneak, and Bauer plunges right behind his center. Tommy Stuck for the first down. Easy play. Went just on the first sound and plowed forward for a gain of a yard. And Ohio moves the sticks.
They pretty much just quick snaps there. Gets the guys up on the line of scrimmage, just sees the natural seam and calls his own number to pick up that first down. That's their 2nd first down after a couple 3 and outs. Now Ohio moves the sticks.
3:13 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Beautiful day in Blacksburg. Not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful blue sky. The Blue Ridge Mountains. After all the rain we've had the last couple of days, these trees are bright green, and then the orange and maroon. A sea of those colors in this stadium on this sunny day. First down and 10, and a change at quarterback for Ohio. They go to Theo Scott, and he runs the option on a direct snap. Sprinting to the right side, crosses the 45 to the 46. Scott, Mike, is a transfer from Cal. He's from Long Beach, California, and he took off on that direct snap. One play in, one play out.
6'1", almost 200 pounds. Got some quickness about him and called his own number on that particular play. Looked like Hokie saw a lot of that against East Carolina.
2nd and 5 for Ohio U with 2:22 to play in the opening period. Again, I formation, this time from the right hash mark. And they toss the football to McCray. Hokie string him out to the right. He cuts back to the left, spins at the 45, pummeled on the 47, and down. Cam Martin, the Virginia Tech linebacker, and DJ Parker, the free safety, on the tackle.
It's going to bring up about a 3rd down and 3, 2.5 to 3 yards here. Hokie defense been on that field an awful long time here in this first quarter. Hokie's offense has had, I think, a grand total of about 8 plays. Not what you want to see.
3rd down and 3 for Ohio. All just shy of the midfield stripe on the Bobcats 48. Quarterback Bauer in the shotgun. He takes the snap, runs a QB draw to the right, and Hokies Ellis is there to hold him up. And here come the rest of the maroon-clad Hokies to bring him down.
Ellis there, Adebe there. I'm not sure what they were thinking there, but I don't think I'd want my quarterback up against that, especially when you're not that fast or quick anyway. He loses a few yards on the play, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Like Coach Beamer's leaving the regular defense out.
On 4th down and 5, Schulte will punt it away. And again, Royal is the return man. Here's the punt, and it's in the air off the right foot of the Ohio punter. And he muffs the fair catch at about the 27-yard line. A loose football on the field. Royal came up, called for the fair catch. Ball slipped right through his hands and jersey. And now there's a pile just shy of the 25-yard line. The officials are unpiling kids. See who has this football.
Eddie was kind of casual trying to make that, Bill. Iowa players say they got it.
No official determination yet, and there it is. Ohio football. So the Hokies have 2 turnovers in this first quarter, both by seniors, and the Bobcats will take over in Tech territory.
Look at the shadows from the sunlight. Eddie's looking up into that sun. He's got it right there. He's in position to make it, kind of casual, and just kind of slips through his fingers.
27-yard punt, and now Ohio gets the ball on the Hokie 26.
Eddie Royal, the last punt, Bill, if you remember, he didn't go field that one and resulted in about a 59-yard punt. So got to count on that senior.
Ohio with 2 tight ends in great field position on the Tech 26, and flags are thrown.
Big Matt Miller, the offensive line, jumped guard and tackle, actually.
Number 79 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remain first down.
52 seconds to go. Well, if the Hokies were hoping for an inspired, sharp performance today, they did not get it. It's going to be a game they're going to have to kind of fight through, Mike.
Going to have to grind it out.
Yes, sir. First down for Ohio. Again, the lone back is McCray from the Virginia Tech 31-yard line. Play action pass for Bauer, rolling right. Look out, there's the Hokie blitzing linebacker Vince Hall to bring him down on the 41-yard line. He ran a play fake, turned to look, and there is number 9 to lower the boom.
Had him dead to rights, Bill. He just comes on the blitz. He is on top of that one. Bauer's going back, a little play action fake, and all of a sudden he looks up, and there's Vince Hall with a sure tackle. Big loss on the play. Heck of a job by Vince Hall.
Coming into the game, Virginia Tech had just 2 sacks, but the Hokies have 3 today. Second down and 24. Ball on the 40-yard line. And a draw play to McCray, and he's able to squirt free inside the 35 down to the 34. Carlton Powell brought him down. The Tech senior from Chesapeake.
Along with Ellis, got a piece of that as well. That was a 2nd and 24. Gained a few yards, but still going to be a 3rd down and long situation as the quarter has come to an end.
After 1 quarter, Hokies nothing, Ohio nothing. Our coverage continues from Blacksburg after this from your local station. At the second quarter on the Virginia Tech 34-yard line on a scoreless game. Their quarterback is Bauer. He drops the throw and he dumps the football off to McCray in the open field on the left side, and he gets ahead to the 28-yard line, and he's hit late out of bounds by Flowers. So a good gain for Ohio, and a penalty coming up as well, Mike.
Well, what happened, Bill? Flowers was over there, and Fitzgerald, the wide receiver, was coming to block him. So those 2 guys got tangled up, and the official threw the flag. I'm not sure if the referee saw exactly what happened, but here's the call.
Play, personal foul, number 18 on the defense. After this, it's going to go first down.
See, that happened last week at LSU when Flowers got tied up with Doucette. The ball's out in the flat. A DB makes the play. It's going to be a 4th down situation. You see coming in late. Flowers is getting blocked out of bounds. Just kind of shoves Fitzgerald away and gets flagged. I'm not sure about that call.
Watch it again.
So he just continues to push him. That's a bad call.
I agree with you. First down. Big hole for McCray on first down from the 14, and he's able to get inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. Cam Chancellor makes the tackle. No score early going second quarter. The Hokies in Ohio. Tech has turned the ball over twice. Had a good drive going and then fumbled inside the Ohio 20. And then Eddie Royal muffed the punt. That has given the Bobcats this great field position early in the second.
Kind of been all Bobcats in the first quarter, Bill. Time of possession, they had at 11 minutes and 35 seconds.
Second down and short. Out of the I formation. And the handoff goes to McCray. Nice spin. Gets through the tackle of Parker and dives for the first down inside the 5. Let's see where they spot this football. He was hit, Mike, at the 6-yard line, but that's a nice little spin he's got, isn't it?
That's what makes him so good. It's enough for the first down, but he's so quick. He has unbelievable vision. He can spin. And Parker makes the tackle, but
at the
again,
7. Parker got him
exactly.
on the 7, but look where the ball is.
Down to the 4-yard line, right inside the 4.
So it's a 3-yard. He fell ahead for 3, and thus it's first and goal. Ohio will go with a I formation and 2 tight ends. First and goal to go. Handoff goes to McCray, running left, nothing doing. Hokies there right at the line of scrimmage, and again it was Hall. That young man has certainly come to play today. Good job.
He was all over that, Bill. Excellent job by Vince Hall. Excellent vision, makes the play. Nikos Browns now, he's going to check in for Orion Martin. Keeping those guys fresh and quick. Again, they had the ball the biggest part of the first quarter. The Hokies only had it 3 minutes, 25 seconds in that first quarter. A couple of fumbles. One on Josh Morgan, one on Eddie Royal on the punt return.
Second down and goal to go for the Bobcats. The quarterback is in the shotgun on second down. Takes the snap, turns, hands to McCray, and he runs up the middle into the end zone for the touchdown.
He is a terrific player. Had a big hole to run through there. No hesitation. I don't think he got touched. He takes it in from 4 yards out.
Nice play. You're right. Huge hole. And he gets into the end zone from 4 yards, standing up. Now the extra point attempt for former Washington Huskies kicker Michael Bronstein, who has made 45 extra points in a row. Snap is low. Good job by the holder to get it down, and the kick in the air is good. That was a really good job by their holder, Josh Phoebus. And Bronstein converts, and Ohio leads at 7-0, second quarter. Timeout on the field. Kickoff coming off the foot of Bronstein. And number 14 in white boots it away. And the return man for Virginia Tech will be Morgan, maybe. If he can catch it, the ball hits at the 1. They tried to run it back out, and they're going to call that a touchback because the ball hit in the end zone on the fly. And
right.
So it'll go to the 20.
Hit right on the back of the goal line paint. I mean, Morgan was kind of sneaking up, and he goes back. Thing took a divot. So the Hokies will get it at the 20-yard line, and now they got to come from behind, Billy. Not a lot of action in that first quarter for the Hokies. They had 1 first down, 4 yards rushing, 67 passing.
Most of that came on one play.
On that one play, the 59-yard pass to Morgan. So they had 9 plays, total of 71 yards in the first quarter with 2 fumbles.
So the Hokies are going to change things up now. Might go with 4 wideouts, try to spread Ohio out a little bit defensively. First down, snap to Taylor, handoff to Orr, running to his right, has some room now, crosses the 30 to the 35 and 40, and ahead of the 42-yard line, tackled by Mitchell. It's a 24-yard run for Orr. By using a 4 wideout formation, they were able to spread Ohio out a little bit, Mike, and use their speed.
Spread the defense out, get a little bit of a seam. And Brandon Orr, that's the Orr we used to see, Bill. His long run up to that point had been 9 yards, but he breaks a big run there.
The longest run of the season for Orr was 9 before that run. That moves the football just shy of midfield. We'll call it officially the 44. Now the Hokies go back out of the I formation. Fullback is Carlton Weatherford. The tailback is Orr. Taylor, a quick drop and a fade down the right side. The receiver being held up, and the flag is thrown. Nice job by Harper. He kind of acted a little bit more, Mike, than maybe was necessary with Parson. But that's exactly what you want out of a senior, right?
Well, you saw the man coverage out there. The call comes in, Tyrod changes to play, and Parsons all over him, just holding Harper all the way.
Defense, pass interference, number 24. That's a spot foul, automatic first down.
It'll be a 12-yard penalty on Parson, and Virginia Tech first down.
It was an easy call to make. Tyrod, again, just flips it up there. He got exactly what he wanted. Coverage-wise, he's going to throw it up there and try to let Harper make a play.
7-0 Bobcats lead. But the Hokies on the move now. The ball on the Ohio 44. Again out of the I formation. There's Orr taking the handoff. And that time the O-line creates some surge forward. And to the 39 goes Orr.
When you look up on the scoreboard and you see you're behind, your offense better get in gear. And right now, this drive started at the 20. They've got a nice drive going.
Head to the Ohio 39-yard line. 7-0 Bobcats leading. We're at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg. Bright sunny day. Temperatures in the mid to high 60s today. It rained here for the last couple of days, but very dry this afternoon. Could not ask for a better day. Hokies driving right to left. A shotgun snap that Taylor takes off running, explodes around the left end of the 35-yard line and pushed out of bounds on the 33 by the safety, Koenig. Nice job.
Called his own number there, Bill. He's got Justin Harper out there trying to seal the inside to give him some room around the outside. Tyrod picks up the first down. Nice job, nice run. A little fake to Brandon Orr. Look at the presence of mind to switch the ball to his left hand. Gets us what he can and gets out of bounds. Knew where the stick was.
So the new line of scrimmage will be the 33-yard line. Harper and Hyman are the receivers on the right. Morgan to the left. A shotgun situation again, and an option pitch from Taylor to Orr, sprinting hard to the right side. Bobcats string him out, and they knock him down at about the 34. So a slight loss on the play. That was Brown that was doing a good job defensively for Ohio. Michael Brown.
That was well defended there by Ohio. Give him credit. Tyrod comes out, gives him a little flip to Orr. Looks like Ohio knew exactly what they were going to do. They had 3 guys out there and only 1 blocker. So
all those years coaching at Nebraska, you think Frank Solich knows how to run and defend the option?
He had a few quarterbacks in his day.
Holy cow. All those years under Coach Osborne and then the head coach himself. Second down and long. Tyrod Taylor drops the throw. The freshman flips it up in the air and deflects incomplete at about the 23-yard line, intended for Morgan, and it will be third down. Parson was in the middle of that to break it up as well.
How about the presence of Tyrod just to flip the wrist that fast and get it out there and try to make a play. Protection breaks down. The blitz was late. Tyrod steps up in there, kind of throws it off his back foot. He's got 3 receivers there in the same area, which has got to be a breakdown. Fortunately, it wasn't picked after the tip.
Hokies are 0 for 2 on third downs today. This is 3rd and 11. And the quarterback Taylor is in the shotgun. They blitz him. Tyrod lets it go to the near side. Nicely delivered, shy of the first down. A good grab by Hyman on the 27, and it will be 4th down.
But again, his ability just to read it real quick and get rid of the football, Bill. He knew where his receiver was going to be. He throws it out there. Hyman makes the catch, short of the first down, but a whole lot closer than they were.
It would be a 44-yard field goal from here. On 4th down and a long 4, Mike.
Looks like
they're going to go for it.
That looks like he's going to roll the dice. Hokies are 2 for 3 on 4th downs this year.
4th and 4 for the Hokies on the Bobcat 27. Taylor to throw, deep ball overthrown, incomplete, and Ohio takes over. He had Morgan on that slant going deep, but could not connect.
Sure had him, though. He was open. Again, the blitz was on. He knew where his receiver was. He just let him a little too much. Little flick of the wrist, threw it right there. Morgan couldn't get to it.
So Ohio will take over. Mike, let me ask you, when you plan something and you spent a year playing a certain style and then you make adjustments and you work on it in meet in January, February, and March, and then April and May when you have spring ball, and then July and August preseason camp, you put so much into it. How hard is it to change it all in 3 days?
I don't think it's that difficult, Bill. I mean, Tyrod was running the same stuff. I mean, that's a play that you just run in your sight adjust and picking up the blitz, your hot receiver.
First down run for McCray, and he gets to the 30 and ahead of the 31-yard line. And Flowers makes the play.
That was no different there than what Sean Glennon would have run. I mean, that's a play there. Now, some will question, well, why are you throwing it on 4th down? But play, that pass was wide open. It's just not a real good throw by Tyrod.
2nd and 7, ball on the 31-yard line. Bobcats ahead here in the second quarter, 7-0. Bauer out of the shotgun, hands to McCray again, and he gets gobbled up by Powell, number 99 inside, gives the Ohio running back a big bear hug and brings him down, and it'll be 3rd down and long.
Carlton Powell did a really good job there getting rid of his blocker. He was all over McCray on that play. 3rd down and about 7. No gain on that play.
.9:47 and counting, first half. Ohio leads it 7-0. Tech's defense has been great. It's held the Bobcats to just 66 total yards, but the Hokies have turned it over a couple of times, and Ohio has the lead. Now on 3rd down, Bauer drops the throw. Throws it short, and it's caught by McCray. No, short-hopped it. The umpire pats his palm on the grass and says incomplete pass, and again, Tech's defense does its job, forcing the 3 and out.
They got the pass rush there with just 4 guys rushing, Bill. Go to the secondary receiver, McCray, and the ball hits the turf, but a DB having covered anyway. Would not have been a first down.
So freshman punter Matt Schulte out of Cincinnati will kick the football to Royal. Punt is away. Very high spiral. Eddie going back. Fields this punt on the 25-yard line. Giving ground. Back on his own 17. Dipsy doing racing, zigging and zagging at the 25. Royal to the right side of the 30 and dragged down on the 31-yard line. World's shaken up on the play for Virginia Tech following the 44-yard punt. We'll check the injury to the Hokie defensive end and special teams man when we come back. Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, late first half. Virginia Tech trailing Ohio 7-0, but the Hokies on the move on the Bobcat 13. This has been their best drive of the day, led by freshman quarterback Tyrod Taylor. First down, Taylor turns, hands the ball to Lewis, breaks a tackle at the 10, on his feet at the 5, and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tech. It's a 13-yard run for Kenny Lewis, Jr.
Terrific play call there, Bill. I don't think they had the personnel in the game. They only had 10 guys out there before. They called timeout. They come back with 4 wides, spread the field, get good splits from the offensive lineman, and Kenny Lewis just hits the hole with a full head of steam. Great blocking. He's juking and jiving, and he finds the end zone from 13 yards out.
7-6 the score. Now Judd Dunleavy, the Tech 50-year senior from Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. He's hit his first 3 PATs of the year, and he'll try to make it 4 of 4 now. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is also good. We're tied, 5:42 to play, first half. Trailing in this game 7-0 in this first half, 9:07 to play here at Lane Stadium. The first start for Tyrod Taylor, the 18-year-old freshman from Hampton. He's done about as well as you could expect today.
Made that one bad throw on 4th down.
He'll take the snap on first down, roll left, throw on the run. Nice pitch and catch to Hyman at the 40. Dives ahead to the 42. That was actually Luckett, 16. Not Hyman, but Luckett. And he made the grab. Tackle on the play by Hall over here on the near side. Luckett's out of Mays Landing, New Jersey, a very highly recruited kid in Tech's class of 06. Red-shirted last year.
Nice play, a little play action fake, and he gets out in space. He's moving the pocket around, Bill. That way it makes it a little tougher on the defense. He puts the ball right on Luckett's fingertips.
He got 9.5 on the play. It'll be second down and short. A lot easier to run the ball and make a play call when you got second and short. Tyrod zips it on the right side this time, and it is cut over there by Morgan. Has the first down right side on the 47. They gang up on him there, knock him down on the 48. Posey was the first one to hit him, and then Michael Mitchell finished off the play, but it's a first down after the 7-yard throw from Taylor to Morgan.
And again, good throw by Tyrod Taylor. Give Hyman credit out there trying to make a block. Might have got away with a hold there, but no call. Morgan picks up the first down. They move the sticks.
New line of scrimmage is the Tech 48. Hokies trailing 7-0, driving from our right to left here at Lane Stadium towards the north end zone under a bright sunny sky. Tech out of the I formation. Now here's the option to the short side of the field, and Taylor gets dragged down out of bounds on the Bobcat 49 by Koenig over there.
It's a good call. The problem is you're running to the short side of the field there, and the sideline becomes your 12th defender, and there's just nowhere to go. Although he'll get credit for a 3-yard gain. That play to the wide side might have been a little more successful. Just run out of real estate.
7-0 Bobcats lead. The game was scoreless after 1 quarter. Early in the second, the Hokies muffed a punt. Several plays later, tailback Calvin McCray scored his 6th touchdown of the year from 4 yards out. Here's a pass for Taylor, scrambling to his left. He's in trouble. On the run, looking, fires down the field. Incomplete. That would have been a sack had not been for Taylor's terrific escapability. Running for his life, it'll be 3rd and 8.
And the smartness about him to be able to throw the ball away. Not try to thread the needle. Little play action fake to Lewis. Gets flushed out of the pocket. Running to his left. Really tough throw with your right when you're right-handed, and just gets rid of the football.
Kenny Lewis will return to the Virginia Tech lineup. 3rd and 8 for the Hokies. The ball is just shy of the 50-yard line. It's a 3-receiver formation. 2 to the left. That is the wide side of the field.
Big Boone in at tight end.
He's lined up on the right side. On 3rd down, A quick throw to the left sideline. It's caught by Royal. Coming back to catch it at the 40. Has the first down. Right in front of Julian Posey, the freshman cornerback. That was a nice throw by Taylor. Hitting Eddie Royal, coming back to the football for an 11-yard gain right in front of the right corner.
There's a senior for Eddie Royal, just selling that deep route. He just runs out there and he knows where the sticks are, and he comes back to the football, makes the catch. First down Hokies, move the chains, ball at the 39-yard line.
Taylor is 7 for 12 passing in this first half for 101 yards in his first start. He's also been victimized by a drop or two. A shotgun snap and an inside handoff to Lewis, and he squirts free across the 35 down to the 33. There was a good job by Schumann and Render on the offensive line on that play. Mitchell makes the tackle for the visitors.
Not a lot of daylight there either. That's Kenny Lewis just hitting the hole. Full speed ahead, runs downhill, just sneaks through that seam between Render and Schumann. Nice run, pick up 6 yards on the play.
Andre Smith in the game now at tight end for Tech, the freshman from Germantown, Maryland. He's the tight end on the right. The lone back is Lewis. Quarterback is in the shotgun. Here's a totally new formation, Mike. It's an I formation, right? The quarterback is in the shotgun. The tailback, Lewis, is right behind Taylor. Takes the direct snap, option pitch with the left hand, and Lewis is there, and they stretch it out and knock him out of bounds. Now, I've never seen the Hokies run that play or that formation till this week.
Well, they were in that formation just a couple of plays earlier there, Bill. But again, that's tough. I mean, it is a new wrinkle, obviously, with Tyrod Taylor in there. But Ohio had it defended very well. You go out there, there's about four guys in white jerseys and just nowhere to go. And he's going to lose a yard or two on that play.
Injury report from Brian Seamus, who's our sideline guy, Mike. Jason World's injured his ankle and is out for the game.
Looked like he might have a high ankle sprain.
3rd and 6. 3 receiver formation. Taylor to throw, gunning it over the middle. It's caught at the 30-yard line in traffic. Again, Taylor delivers the ball right on the money to Andre Smith, the tight end. They'll spot the football inside the 30, very near the first down.
It's going to be a little bit short, Bill. Nice throw and catch. Again, hot receiver on the blitz was coming, and Kenny Lewis did a great job of picking up one of those blitzers. Gave Tyrod Taylor the time he needed. He just flicks the wrist. Blitz is coming. Look at Kenny Lewis step in there and try to get a piece of it. Andre, the big target there.
Hokiesports.com is your official online home for Tech Sports. Log on for updated roster stats and news. Plus, it's the exclusive home of the weekly Kroger Roth Report. Hokiesports.com is the official 24-hour news source for Virginia Tech athletics.
My eyes, I didn't have that carrot cake last night. We had a volleyball match, so Ellen didn't have time to make it, so I was a little short-sighted on my eyes there, Billy.
First down for Tech.
Carrot. First down.
Trailing 7-0, 6:10 to go, first half. Hokies have driven to the Ohio University 29-yard line. Quarterback Tyrod Taylor, his first college start.
Hokies going now with 2 tight ends. Kenny Lewis stays in it back.
Try to line up and smash him a little bit. No, Taylor drops the throw. Scrambling to his left. Tyrod looking. Throws it short. It's caught by Wheeler on the 20. Down to the 15 and belted out of bounds on the 13 by Koenig. 16 yards on the throw and catch. Tyrod had to make a decision there. He had 2 guys wide open on the play. Royal deep and the tight end Wheeler in the flat. He could have thrown the ball either way.
He's so cool. And again, look at Kenny Lewis picking up the blitz, Bill. Tyrod just sneaking out there. He's got Eddie Royal open. He's got Wheeler in the flat, and he goes with Wheeler. Big Sam makes a nice catch. Again, they've got a terrific drive going here.
5 minutes and 49 seconds to go. First half. Ball down to the 13. Out of the shotgun. Once again, Lewis flanks Taylor on the right, and a timeout taken by the Hokies from the sideline. Billy Height, way out on the field, calls timeout. We'll step aside in Blacksburg. 7-0 Bobcat. Now the kickoff coming back to the Bobcats. Garrett and Price are both deep. Novelli's kickoff going to come up way short at the 17. The return man muffs and dives on it. Garrett at about the 25.
That was a real short kickoff, and Garrett comes up full speed ahead and can't handle it, but he was able to get back on it.
Well, I know the Hokie fans are saying, hey, Louisiana Lafayette put, what, 500 yards on this team last week?
534.
534. I still think if you change quarterbacks, Mike, and obviously they're doing a lot of new things today, it's going to take a while to get going. But at the bottom, at the base, you got to block people up front, no matter who the quarterback is, and they did on that touchdown drive. First down for Ohio on the 26. Tie game, 5:39 to play. Bobcats get it back. They run the option. Bauer in trouble. Down he goes. Back on the 15-yard line by Vince Hall. That young man is playing a terrific game. Again, he came in unblocked, tracking down the quarterback for an 8-yard loss on an option play.
Yeah, more aggressive play calling from Bud Foster today. I mean, look at it. Vince Hall, no hesitation. He comes, scrapes right down the line. Bauer never sees him until the last second when he pulls up trying to make a play, and Vince Hall is on top of him. A big loss on the play. 8 yards.
2nd and 18 for Ohio University. They'll go with 3 wideouts now, 2 to the right and 1 to the left. Again, the line of scrimmage, the 18. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the shotgun, they hand it off. McCray running to the right. Booker is there to corral him and bring him down. Barry Booker, the Tech 5th-year man from Amherst, with the tackle on the Ohio senior. Now it's 3rd and long.
Big Carlton Powell in there wreaking havoc with his offensive lineman. Just nowhere to go that time for McCray. You see penetration in there.
Hokies have held him to 37 yards in the first half rushing. There's a guy that came into the game averaging well over 100 yards per game. 3rd down and 19.
Crowd really gets into these 3rd and long situations, Bill. Ohio still in the huddle with 9 on the play clock.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Bauer. Hokies showing blitz. Here they come. Bauer to throw. Guns it deep over the middle. Man open on the 40. Has it. Penalty marker thrown. And the receiver is knocked down. That is Tito Choka. DJ Parker with the tackle.
The blitz was on, and Choka was wide open in the middle of the field there.
Penalty marker was thrown by the linesman on the near side. And it is going to be.
That's a first sideline warning. Result of the play. First down.
So what happened is the officials run down the sideline, and he ran into a Tech player. And so it's a 19-yard gain for Ohio, and a good catch for Kocha, senior from Elk Grove, California. He was wide open.
He sure was. So if you're got a blitz on, you're playing man. I'm not sure what the defense was, but he was open in that seam. Well executed play by the Bobcats.
They played great here today. Game is tied 7-7, under 4 minutes to go till halftime. Ohio driving left to right here at Lane Stadium. The white jerseys and the green pants. The veteran quarterback Bauer pulls back from center under a rush and throws it away to the near side. He did get dragged down eventually by Ellis, but he had released the ball prior to the takedown. Incomplete pass. It will be 2nd and 10.
He was just throwing that one to get rid of it and not take the sacks. That's a good heads-up play by the quarterback, Brad Bauer. He's 6'2", 215 pounds, out of Blue Ridge, Illinois.
Transfer from Illinois.
Ellis did a nice job getting some pressure, get that big left hand on him, and force him to throw it early.
So it will be 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats on their own 37. Frank Solich in his 3rd year has done a great job with this program, much better than the team he brought in here a couple of years back. Here's McCray running and belted again by Hall. Knocked down near the Ohio 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long.
Booker at the bottom of the pile there. He gets the first hit. Vince Hall wraps up. Gets credit there. Very little gain on the play. 2 yards. It'll be a 3rd down and 8.
Ohio and Virginia Tech tied at 7 under a bright sunny sky Lane Stadium. The Hokies' Frank Beamer would become just the 47th coach in history with 200 wins if the Hokies can get the win today. Coach Beamer with 199 victories here.
It'd be a great time to pick one off, Bill.
3rd down and long for the Bobcats on their 40. Bauer drops the throw, dumps it off short to McCray, who bobbles and then steps out of bounds. Shy of the 1st down, and Ohio will punt.
Flowers was all over that. Nice recognition by Brandon Flowers. The dump pass to McCray, get him out in space, hope he can make a play, but not that time, and the punt team comes on for the Bobcats.
And the punter is Schulte. He'll be kicking it away to Eddie Royal.
I'll say this, Eddie's been dangerous here these first few games.
These fans want to see the first block punt of the year. Here's the snap, and the punter steps forward and booms it. Another great punt by Schulte. Eddie goes way back to his 17-yard line. Flag is thrown as Royal crosses the 20 and slips and goes down, and another flag is thrown at about the 24-yard line. So we have flags on both sides of the field. Hey, our weekly television magazine show, Virginia Tech Sports Today, will originate tomorrow from the Eddie Farrell training room at Virginia Tech. You can see it on WDBJ 7 in Roanoke and on Comcast Sportsnet. Check out Hokiesports.com for the station nearest you. It's presented by the University Bookstore and the Volume 2 Bookstore at Virginia Tech. Mike Goforth, Tech's Assistant Director of Athletics for Athletic Training, will join us tomorrow on Virginia Tech Sports Today on location. The FedEx Orange Bowl, home of the ACC champion, be there on Thursday, January 3rd. For more, log on to orangebowl.org. Let's see what the penalties are.
Holding on the return team. That penalty is declined. The illegal block in the back will be penalized 10 yards, first down.
That was on Corey Gordon, trying to make a play there. It's tough when you're running around like Eddie Royal does, trying to make it, and Corey Gordon just in the wrong place there. Couldn't get a clean block. So they'll assess that penalty, which will give Ohio the best vantage field position-wise.
2:41 to go in the half. The Hokies have 2 timeouts remaining, but they'll start on their own 13-yard line. Ohio led 7-0 in this second quarter early. After a McCray 4-yard run, Kenny Lewis tied the game on a 13-yard run for Virginia Tech. Freshman quarterback Tyrod Taylor's played well in his first game. Hokies have been victimized by a couple of turnovers by senior receivers.
And Kenny Lewis stays in there, Bill.
First down and 10. Taylor back to throw, guns it left side, has his man Harper on the 20, spins at the 25, still on his feet at the 28, and he's dragged down there after a 15-yard gain by Brown. Nice fake by Taylor.
See, that's the other dimension. You got the fake there, and you also got the ability for Tyrod to run, or if the receiver, in this case Harper's open, he can make the play there. He's kind of optioning off the Ohio Bobcat player, that's Hartke. So he makes a really good play to Harper, and Harper directs traffic out there trying to make as many yards as he can, and they get a little more breathing room.
Tyrod is 10 of 15 in this first half. Takes the shotgun snap again on first down. Good poise, guns it short. There is a slant caught by Morgan on the 30, ahead of the 40, right side running 45, and dragged down to the 47-yard line by Parson. 18 more yards through the air, and again just a short little flick for Tyrod Taylor.
He just stand there hanging in the pocket, the offensive line, and doing a good job. He's coming on a crossing pattern, which is difficult to defend. You shake one would-be tackler and you get out in space. Gives a good stiff arm there, and he picks up a nice gain. That stiff arm to Parson made a good gain.
4th reception of the game for Morgan. Here's a blitz. Taylor in trouble. Look at that escapability. Racing hard to his left. Stops. Juking, jiving, but they're going to finally get him and bring him down back on the 35-yard line. It ended up being a huge loss. They blitzed on that play, and they get the freshman way back inside the 35. A sack for Michael Brown, the junior from Cincinnati.
Wasn't much he could do on that, but he was running for his life. If anything, he probably should have went to the right as opposed to his left. Kind of ran into the pressure there, but can't give Ohio credit. Big loss on the play. He didn't even have time to get rid of the football in that case.
So it will be 2nd and 22. Clock turning. A minute 25 to go in the first half. Here is Taylor to throw it once again. Again, the slant to Morgan on the 40, and he's ahead to the 41-yard line. Morgan now 13 catches on the season, 5 today. Idris Lawrence, the corner from Columbus, with the play defensively. But with 1:08 to go, the Hokies have to scamper to the line.
Morgan caught 4 in the first game and 4 against LSU.
Shotgun snap to Taylor on 3rd and long. Rolling right, stops, looking, gunning it deep over the middle. Caught by Morgan on the 40, still going at the 35. First down to the 34-yard line. 24 more yards. Now, this is his first game, Mike, but the confidence that Taylor's throwing and the arm strength. His arm strength is very, very impressive here. I mean, he throws it as well as Marcus or Michael Vick. That ball is just coming out of his hand like a rocket.
It is, and again, he's got that situation where he sees Goff coming in his face there, Bill, and he just unloads the football. Perfect strike. He's got such unbelievable arm strength.
Hokies are going to take a timeout here. Report from Brian Seamus on the sidelines. Brandon Orr irritated his ribs, got belted, so he's got some bruised ribs. That's why he's not playing on this possession. That'll be reevaluated at halftime. After practice on Wednesday, Mike, the Hokies, Tyrod Taylor stayed out, did some extra work with some of his receivers. He was out there late with Ike Whitaker and with Eddie Royal. And I watched him throw a little bit, and then I talked with Eddie, and I said, what's it like catching the ball from Taylor? So it gets there much faster. much faster. In fact, he throws the ball harder than Marcus Vick.
That's saying something there. When you look at him, he's heating up, Bill. He's got 7 straight completions, 99 yards. And Morgan has caught 6 for 119.
Now, I know it's his first game, and other defensive coordinators will make adjustments, but the things that he's doing, you can't coach. I mean, the ball is coming out of his hand at like a zillion miles an hour.
And plus, he has the ability to run as well. If they don't have a guy in front of him, that particular case, Alan Goff is trying to close in on him at 6'4", 265, doesn't have the quickness. And he's like, he has such a quick release. It's like the flip of the wrist. He can get the ball there fast and in a hurry.
It's like he's throwing darts. He's throwing it with his wrist. Now, he's going to make mistakes. He's 18 years old. I mean, you know, back in May, we're on Hokie Club tours. He's at the prom. I mean, he's 3 months out of high school. But you can see his arm strength, and his poise is really what's remarkable. From the 33, Taylor back to throw a deep ball over the head of the intended receiver, Royal, who would run a post pattern. The ball was thrown down the sidelines, incomplete.
Not sure where the mix-up was there, but yeah, Eddie's going post. He's throwing flag to the corner. So miscommunication, didn't take a lot of time. That's the good news.
44 seconds to go in the first half. The game is tied 7-7.
Josh Morgan's career high in receptions is 7. He's got 6 for 119 today. 7 for 128. That may go down.
Here's another blitz. Taylor back to throw. He guns it deep. Right side. Harper on the run. Ball a bit overthrown. Taylor ended up on his fanny on the play. But again, he made the right throw on the blitz, but just overthrew the intended receiver.
Harper was complaining he was being held on the play. And, well, I tell you, Tyrod took a shot to his knee there, Bill. That was a tough spot to be in. Kenny Lewis did a terrible job of picking up the blitz. He kind of dives there, and his man really put a hurting on Tyrod's knees.
His left knee. Gets back in the huddle. 38 seconds to go. Ball is on the 33. Tech's nearly in field goal range here. 3rd and 10 from the 33. The Hokies today 3 for 6 on 3rd downs. A blitz. Flag thrown. Taylor back to pass. Gunning it. Wow, what a throw, but it's incomplete. That ball down the field in like a split second. Intended for Hyman on the 16. But we have penalty on Virginia Tech on the play, which Ohio will decline with 31 seconds left.
Motion on the offense for 20. And penalties decline. 4th down.
So it'll be a 50-yard field goal attempt here with 31 seconds to go in the first half.
You had that formation there where Tyrod Taylor's in the shotgun. Kenny Lewis is behind him.
Mike Kelly points out appropriately that Dunleavy did hit a 51-yarder on this field, Mike, against Hargrave in the JV game last year.
Frank Beamer's going to think about it, call timeout here.
31 seconds to go. Going to go for it on 4th and 10 on the 33. This will be the second time today the Hokies have gone for a 4th down. They're 0 for 1 today, 2 of 4 on the field, and flags are thrown. Hokies break the huddle with too many guys? Or what
I think Harper comes off late. He comes off the field late.
Can't do that. Can't break the huddle with 12. My goodness. Out of a timeout? Or did they? Now the officials are counting them up. Now Tech's going to have to punt. Called it right, Mike. Can't run off the sidelines onto the field. So it's 4th down and 15, and Bowden will try to pin him in with 31 seconds to go. 7-7 is the score. Here is the punt, and it's a very high kick. Hits at the 10, and it's going to roll inside the 5. You know, that's really something very uncharacteristic, Mike. Here you got a 4th down play, you call timeout. But think about it, call the play, and you don't have the right number of people on the field.
Got the wrong personnel in there to do what they wanted. Frustrating there.
I mean, that's just communication. That's just complete communication. When you call a timeout to talk about it, guys don't know what's going on, whether it was from the press box to the sidelines or from the assistant coach to the player. That's something that you very, very rarely see here. 7-7 the score with 18 seconds to play. in the first half. And Ohio will, I'm assuming here, take a knee or just QB keeper on the final play of the half. 18 seconds left. They have the ball on their own 4-yard line. And the quarterback just takes the snap and falls down right behind his center. By the way, that was the 9th time this year that Bowden has punted the other team inside the 20 in 3 games. It may seem inconsequential now, but he just downed the ball inside the 4. So he's continuing to do his job.
First-year punter. He's done an excellent job.
But at halftime, the game is tied. Ohio 7 and the Hokies 7. All right, Virginia Tech will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Here's the run up by the kicker Bronstein and the kickoff. Second half is underway, and it's through the end zone and a bounce, and it'll be a touchback. Now wait a minute. As I recall, the two of us participated in the ACC Media Golf Championships at sunny, steamy, humid Ponte Vedra Beach last year.
True.
And I am wearing still the champion's shirt.
That's because you had a scratch golfer out of your foursome. I mean, you helped absolutely none.
That's not true.
Matter of fact, you took out a couple people.
That's not true.
Lost 12 balls.
I made 3 key putts. I was with Coach Friedgen.
It was like 3-inch putts. They were gimmies.
First down for the Hokies. First play of the 3rd quarter. Tyrod Taylor to pass. Throws it near side. It's caught by Royal on the 25. And he's hammered out of bounds on the 28-yard line. With that, he passes Mike Burnup on the all-time list. Actually ties Mike Burnup on the all-time list. Your name is all over the record book.
It is. It's going down fast, too. Easy, Carter.
We have an injured Ohio player that made the tackle on the play right in front of the Virginia Tech bench. That gives me time to talk about this week's Hokie Hero. Our Hokie Hero this week is Lieutenant Chris Schlaubaum. Chris is currently stationed at Camp Victory, Baghdad, Iraq, as a member of the Multinational Corps, Iraq headquarters, as a Navy individual augmentee. Chris is from Brewster, New York, and this is his 2nd combat deployment. Lieutenant Schlaubaum is a 2002 graduate of the Virginia Tech Corps of Cadets.
Looks like Brown's going to be okay. He trots across to the other side. Just got the wind knocked out of him there momentarily.
And it looks like Brandon Orr is okay, too. They're going to give his bruised ribs a shot here. He takes this handoff and plows across the 30. Ahead of the 32-yard line, Jamison Hartke, the defensive end, makes the tackle. Their per-rush average in the first half was pretty good, Mike. Tech doesn't have great total rushing yards as a team. That's because of the sacks, but both Brandon and Kenny Lewis had decent first-half averages.
They did. Orr averaged 5.8 yards per carry. Kenny Lewis 4.5 yards per carry. So
Hokies go with 2 tight ends and 1 back. Early going, 3rd quarter, tied with Ohio at 7. Play fake. Tyrod Taylor back to pass. Gets out of trouble. Floats to his left. A deep ball down the field. And a diving grab by the tight end Boone on the 37-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Did Boone lay out for that one? And the crowd goes Boone. The big fella went laying out and hauled it in.
I didn't know he could stretch that far for a 32-yard. How about this? Play action fake. Tyrod hangs in the pocket. Wheeler picks up a block. Tyrod scrambles to his left, and he throws a perfect strike. And look at Boone lay out to make the catch. The big fella. He's got some hands.
New line of scrimmage is the Bobcats' 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for Taylor. Takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, takes off running to his left. Tyrod to the 30, ahead of the 25-yard line. He has another first down. Myers tracked him down from the backside, and now, Mike, Taylor is playing with some confidence. He says, I know I'm not at Hampton High School anymore. I'm a Hokie, not a Crabber. I'm not playing against teams from Hampton Roads. I'm playing against Division I opposition. But I'm still throwing the ball as hard as I did, and I'm still faster than everybody else.
And look at the reads he's making and how he has the ability to stretch the defense, Billy. He has another play fake to Orr, and then he takes it and calls his own number to the left side, picks up another first down.
He takes the snap. He rolls to his right, calmly aims, fires, and it is short hopped, incomplete. Intended for Hyman on about the 18-yard line. Incomplete pass. Game is tied 7-7. Virginia Tech starting quarterback Tyrod Taylor, 18 years old. He is 15 for 24 now for 230 yards in his very first start.
He didn't short hop that one, Bill. He put it right on his fingertips. Hyman just dropped it. He's trying to make the catch with his hands. Has it. Ball hits the turf, though.
So it will be 2nd down and 10. The line of scrimmage is the Bobcat 25. Two tight ends and one back. Hokies changed the play from the sidelines, and it is signaled in. Taylor sees that and then calls it at the line. Second down and 10. Tyrod drops the throw and a fade to the left side for Harper. He leaps. It's deflected and incomplete.
He was out of bounds.
Was out of bounds, exactly.
Yeah. Tried to get the call in there from the sidelines. Had the coverage he wanted, but he got bumped out of bounds.
So it'll be third down and 10. Hokies have had a number of third and longs, Mike, from this part of the field today. In other words, almost field goal range, but not quite. It's important to score on this possession.
It is, no doubt about it. And if he misses here, it'll be about a 42-yard field goal. So let's see what Tyrod can pull out of his hat.
The lone back is Brandon Orr. Here is the shotgun snap. They blitz Taylor. He's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked way back out of field goal range back on the 37. That was the risk you took by running a pass on that play. So instead of a field goal, again, for the second consecutive possession, Tech will have to punt.
That's a tough break. Ball
That's
back
the
out
way
to
the second quarter ended, you'll recall.
Back out to the 36-yard line. That makes it very difficult. Tyrod, again, was an all-out blitz. He had no hope to do anything, much less try to unload the football.
Henley will get credit for that sack, the young man from Richmond. He, Fitzgerald, and Parson are all from Richmond. As I mentioned, Garrett's from Stonewall Jackson. Matt Miller on this team's from Mechanicsville. They've got a Virginia flavor to them. The punt is nearly blocked by Abrams, and the punt will go out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Again, Bowden continues to do a great job. That's the 10th time in 3 games that he's done that. Ball goes out of bounds on the 5.
Terrific punt. And Abrams, as you say, almost got it, Bill. I don't know if we got to it in the pregame show. He blocked 3 punts against Gardner Webb. Almost had one there.
He almost did. He's got the knack. So Ohio will start inside its own 5-yard line. Early going, third quarter. Hokies 7, Ohio Bobcats 7. Virginia Tech has dominated the game statistically, 277 yards to 81. But as we just saw, when they've gotten into the scoring zone, they have had a ill-advised sack or a turnover. That's what's hurt them today. Now we've got motion up front before the snap. And a penalty on the visitors.
Kirkland, the big offensive, or Shelby, the offensive lineman moved.
So that'll be a half the distance to the goal penalty and a 2.5-yard mark-off. Back to the 2.5.
That's when the old defense can pin their ears back.
Carlton Powell starting the second half, a tackle for Tech. It was Robertson who started the game there, so Powell is inside right next to Barry Booker. They're jumping up and down. They want those students to make a lot of noise in that end zone. Ohio will go out of the I formation. Game is tied at 7. They're just across their 2, and they hand the football to McCray running to his right, and he gets out to the 3 and is dragged down there. Tackle on the play by Vince Hall. The Virginia Tech product from Western Branch High School has been all over the field today.
He has played with a lot of enthusiasm, and he knows he's a senior his last hurrah. He was part of that senior meeting the other day, and great game he is playing today.
He has 9 tackles already. We've just started the third quarter. Game is tied at 7. Ohio faces second down and 11 on its own 4-yard line. And out of the I formation for senior quarterback Brad Bauer. Former member of the University of Illinois team. Takes the ball, hands it off to McCray. Again, struggles his way back to the line of scrimmage, running left, and knocked down there by the Hokies. Vince Hall once more. Another tackle for number 9. And now the Bobcats face a 3rd and long. And again, it'll be from about the 5-yard line.
Booker did a really good job of standing up his guy, and Vince Hall is just in there to make the play along with Booker. That brings up a 3rd down and 10. Hokies can stop here. They'll get really good field position. Got to watch for some play fakes and screens.
Bobcats are 3 for 10 on 3rd down, and Lane Stadium comes alive now as Ohio comes to the line of scrimmage. Bauer up under center on 3rd and 10 from the 5. Receiver comes in motion left to right. Conservative handoff goes to McCray, running to his left, tries to string it out, gets to the 10, and Harris tracks him out of bounds at about the 12, shy of the 1st down, and Ohio will be punting.
Hokies nearly lost containment there. Fortunately, Macho Harris was out there to be able to push him out of bounds there, Bill. Ohio had a pretty good play, looking McCray with some speed. Gets around the outside, but Macho's there to push him out of bounds and force the punt.
7-7 game, 3rd quarter. Ohio's punter back on the field, kicking out of his own end zone. Eddie Royal stands at midfield. waiting to return this punt. Schulte slides left, fields the punt and kicks it away. Hits it very high. Royal steps across the 50, and a fair catch on the Ohio 47 sends us to a timeout. 7-7 the score. Hokies will play Carolina 2 weeks from today on this field. All right, now they'll start Mike Burnop on the plus side of the field. First time today on the Ohio 47.
First time today. Eddie Royal with a good fair catch there.
Back out of the I formation. First down. Taylor back to pass. Scrambling, rolling to his left. And they'll sack him back on the 45, running hard to the left sideline. A loss of about 7 or 8 on the play. Another sack for Taylor. Myers with the sack again of Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, he'll watch the film and learn there, Bill, when he's running for his life. Just try to unload the ball there. Throw it and get rid of it. Don't take the sack and lose the yards.
Third sack of the day for Ohio. Now the ball's back on the Virginia Tech 45. Four receivers, 3 to the right and 1 to the left now for Virginia Tech. And Taylor, number 5, in that maroon helmet. Takes the ball and hands it off to Brandon Orr, and he gets knocked down after about a gain of 3 ahead of the 47-yard line. Luxinger making the tackle for the white-clad Ohio Bobcats, who are 2-0 on the season after winning 9 games a year ago. They were the preseason pick to win the East Division of the MAC. This year again, they were 7-1 last year in conference play, and with McCray and Bauer back, they have high hopes again this year in Athens. And while many people may be surprised the game is close, Ohio is a team that will most likely win 9 or 10 games this year. And with Frank Solich at the helm, you know they're going to be well coached, and they have. They have not done anything, Mike, to beat themselves today.
They have played very well. See Weatherford in a fullback now.
Here's Taylor to throw on 3rd and very long, and a deep ball left side, and it's over everyone's head, and the Hokies will punt it away. So they've had 2 really good opportunities here in this third quarter with great field position, and inexperience probably shows there. Mike Taylor gets sacked twice. First time taking Tech out of field goal range, and now making it a 3rd and, as it was, about 16, and so a punt now for Bowden.
And give Ohio credit. They had a nice defense called on the first one. That time, just nobody open. Although Tyrod did get sacked on first down.
Bowden will try to do it again. 10 times this year he's killed the ball inside the 20. Gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken on the 11. Once again by the return man, Chris Garrett. 42 yards, no return. Bowden has been very, very consistent, hasn't he? Timeout on the field, 9:47 to go in the third. Now let's pause and hear this from your local station. The Hokies and Ohio are tied at 7, 9:47 to go in the third. Ball on the 11-yard line. For Ohio going left to right here in this third quarter. And the first down snap to Bauer. He turns and he hands the football off, and the tailback gets ahead for a yard or 2 and gets knocked down on the play there by Chris Ellis of Virginia Tech, fifth-year senior from Bethel High School in Hampton. Syracuse, you're right, they had a really good program, and they thought they could do better than 8-9 wins a year. So they fired Pasqualoni. They bring in Robinson, who was an assistant at Texas, and all of a sudden all those Jersey kids are going to Rutgers.
Yeah, all new AD, and I'm sure you're glad you made that sizable donation here a couple years ago,
too. What are you
too.
talking about? Getting me in trouble. Second down and 7. Ball is on the 14-yard line. Inside handoff to McCray, and Vince Hall is there to wrap him up and bring him down. He got a yard on the play, and it will be third down. However, with the exception of Syracuse, everybody else in the Big East is playing great football. West Virginia, South Florida, Rutgers, Louisville, they're off to great starts.
They are playing well. That conference has done very well. Congratulate Mike Tranghese. They've done a really good job. That conference is solid. Teams ranked.
Another third and long for visiting Ohio. Tied 7-7 with the Hokies with the 8:40 mark come and gone here in the third. Clock continues to turn. Bobcats are just 3 of 11 today. They've been held to 93 yards of total offense, but the game is tied at 7. A 4-receiver set. Bauer drops the throw. Penalty markers on the play. The ball is thrown and caught near midfield for a first down. A diving grab by Price. Wrestled down by Cam Chancellor. 2 flags on the play, both at the line of scrimmage. If it stands, 35-yard gain.
Good adjustment there. Flowers out of position, and Chancellor had to come over and make the stick.
Frank Solich out on the field. The former Nebraska coach wants to know what the call is.
Illegal formation, 6 men on the line of scrimmage on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, third down.
Wow, that's just a kid, Mike, not taking a step back.
Had nothing really to do with the play.
That's a tough break for Frank Solich. Not happy with the call, but got to have 7 on the line of scrimmage. That'll nullify a big
Huge gain. Yeah.
Make it a
They're like
3rd down and long situation.
So it'll be 3rd and 12 for Ohio. Ball goes back to the 14-yard line. Rather than 9. 5 yards from there. Back to the 9. 3rd and 12 on the 9. 3 receivers, 2 to the right and 1 to the left for the visitors from Athens, Ohio. Bauer is in the shotgun on 3rd down and 12. Hokies in the zone. Bauer to throw out of his own end zone. Flips it quickly, and the receiver gets belted down on the 7. That'll be a loss of a couple of yards.
DB and Booker.
McCray, the tailback, caught it, got knocked down. Good job by that defense. They got a little bit of a mulligan there, did they not?
They sure did. No
Take advantage of it. Now a punt for Ohio out of the end zone.
And Eddie Royal, again, should get good field position if he can get a return here. Hokies started the last possession at the plus 47, went 3 and out.
Here's the punt now for the Ohio punter. Snap is a bit low, and the punt is away, but it's really short. Royal calling for everyone to get out of the way of it. It hits at about the 40 of Ohio and takes a Bobcat roll all the way across the 50. And it'll be down on the Tech 46-yard line. 1st down for Virginia Tech, 47 yards on the punt. And in Bluefield, follow the Hokies on Eagle 100.1, 100.9. The 2 Virginia's home for Classic Rock and the home of the Bluefield High School Beavers. And also remember, you can listen to Tech football anywhere. Hokies All Access, exclusively on Hokiesports.com. Tech gets the ball back and a 1st down handoff to Brandon Orr, who drops the football. It's loose. Rolls back to the 45, and Taylor, the quarterback, is able to pick it up, and he gets belted back there after a loss of about a yard on the play.
Dangerous play. That's when you got Orr in there probably nursing those ribs a little bit. Gets a pretty good stick, coughs up the football. Tyrod Taylor, Johnny on the spot. Tried to run with it instead of getting down. He got a nice bounce.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Hokies. Line of scrimmage is the Tech 45. Game is tied at 7. That was our halftime score. A shotgun snap to Taylor, rolling to his right, makes the first man miss, explodes right side to the 50, explodes into the secondary, ahead to the 42-yard line, a 12-yard gain. He got popped pretty good after making the first man miss. Mitchell lowered the boom, but wow, did Taylor show his escapability on that run.
Yeah, because Keller really had him, the linebacker had him dead to rights, Bill, but he got rid of him, make the guy miss. Put a terrific move on Keller right there. Gets to the outside and takes a good stick, but not before he picks up a 1st down.
New line of scrimmage is the Ohio 42. This is the Hokies' 3rd possession of the 2nd half. All 3 they've been in Bobcat territory but have yet to score. 1st down. Taylor to throw, and he swings it over to Royal on a little screen, and the Virginia Tech senior gets ahead of the 35, ahead of the 32-yard line, and he's brought down by Keller once again on the near side. If you go back to the 2nd quarter, this is 4 possessions in a row now that Virginia Tech has been in Ohio territory, but the Hokies have scored nary a point on those 4 possessions, and thus that is why the game is tied at 7.
It's a good high percentage pass out here to the flat to Royal. He gets a little block from Harper, his running mate. The rest is all Eddie, and he picks up a 1st down. He moved the sticks up to the 32.
Hokies have 17 1st downs now. And a 1st down handoff this time to Orr around the left side, breaks free at the 30, ahead of the 20. Good strong run, knocked down on the Ohio 16-yard line after a 16-yard gain. That was Posey that made the tackle, and he is shaken up on the play. Tough run that time by Orr.
Tough run by Orr. A little hesitation in the backfield. He goes around the left side, goes to his blockers, gets a little speed up, puts a nice move on. Nice run by Orr. Ball down to the 16-yard line.
Well, be sure to check out the Hokie podcast exclusively on Hokiesports.com. Interviews, features, highlights, and more. Presented by Foxridge Apartment Homes, the community voted #1 by Virginia Tech students.
Hey, Bill, while we got a moment, I want to get a shout out to one of my high school buddies, one of my old high school running mates, Phil Carell. Old Philip, he's down in the hospital in Roanoke, and I know they were having a little Hokie party there to listen to the game. He's been in the hospital for a while, and we wish him certainly the very best, and hope you get well soon, buddy. That's a great Hokie there. Wish you could be here today. So hang in there, Philip. Get well.
5:44 to go in the third quarter. We are tied at 7. The Hokies have moved down to the Bobcats' 16-yard line. And they have a 1st and 10 on the left hash mark after the injury. Looks like he broke his nose on the play. Brian Seamus on the sidelines was down there and
I think
got a good look of it.
When he hit the ground, Bill, the helmet, the top of the helmet just kind of comes down and just collapses right on the bridge of your nose, and boy, that'll bloody it up quick. Not much you can do. It's a pretty vicious hit to the turf.
Out of the I formation now. 1st down. Handoff Orr right up the middle and a huge hole to the 10. Spins to the 7 and down there about 7 yards on the carry. That was Steven Jackson, the safety, coming up to make the play. And all of a sudden the offensive line starting to make things happen. And it's not coincidental. If you can throw the ball, back them off, all of a sudden the holes are there for Orr.
And you look at the yards in the third quarter, the Hokies have piled up 84. Ohio just 10, Bill. They're getting it done.
Game is tied at 7. 5:08 to go. Another handoff to Orr. Plows his way for the 1st down to the 5-yard line. Running behind Sergio Render and Nick Marshman. Williamson, the defensive tackle, came back to make the play defensively, but it'll be a 1st down and goal to go now for Virginia Tech. Tie game with 5:03 to go in the third period.
You know, Louisiana Lafayette gained 277 yards on the ground last week against Ohio. Hokies having some success this drive, trying to wear that defense down.
Out of the I formation, 1st down, goal to go. And flags are thrown prior to the snap, and this will move the ball back.
The whole left side of the line moved before the snap.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense, number 64. It's a 5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
Dick Graham from Richmond St. Christopher's whistled for the penalty, so it'll be 1st and goal. Now back on the 10-yard line, and the Hokies will sub out a fullback and receiver and go with 4 wides once again as Hyman and Josh Morgan, the seniors, return to the field for Virginia Tech in a tie game.
Looked like Richard wanted to get out there quick and get on his man. That was a mix-up there with the signal.
4 receivers, 1st and goal on the 10. Bobcats blitz, draw play. There's Orr down to the 5 and ahead of the 3. Nice job. That's really good play calling by Steinspring because he spreads Ohio out and then runs the ball right up the middle. Luxinger made the play again.
When you have that threat, Bill, of run and pass, and now you got 2 running backs in the backfield, it is really tough to defend. I mean, I know you asked Bud Foster that the other day. What would you rather defend? Somebody that's mobile or somebody that kind of stands in the pocket?
Ball is on the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal, and Taylor pulls back, but flags are thrown at the snap of the ball, and whistles blown, stop the play again.
Illegal substitution. 12 players on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. Remains 2nd down.
Each team has had one of those. Coach frustrating penalties today.
It's one way to stop them, put an extra guy out there.
You've heard of the 4-3? They were in the 5-5-2 goal line defense.
Now they got to take a timeout because they still don't have the right personnel in the field.
That's our first charge. Team time.
So at 3:51 to go in the third, we've got ourselves a tie game, 7-7, and Ohio calls timeout. Earlier it was Virginia knocking off North Carolina 22-20. First big final of the ACC today as the Cavs go to 2-0 in conference. Here the Hokies are trying to take the lead. They were down 7-0 at one point today. Now the game is tied at 7. They'll go with their I formation and make it a power I as Perez comes in. He's the other fullback along with Weatherford. Try to line it up and smash it in here.
There is some beef out there right now in that backfield. I mean, look at Perez and Weatherford. They got the gun showing. Woo, doggies.
And Brandon Orr right behind him. Perez is from Sparta, New Jersey. He's a 22-year-old fourth-year junior at Tech from Fork Union. All right, Taylor up under the center. That, of course, is Ryan Schumann. 2nd down and goal to go. The whistle stopped the play again. They weren't ready to go. The officials weren't. I don't see a flag on the play.
That may be the call. May have to wait for the whistle. There was so much noise with the band down there. I did not see a flag.
The officials didn't say the ball was ready for play.
The ball is ready for play.
It's on the 1. 2nd down and goal to go on the 1-yard line. Here we go. Tyrod Taylor up under the center. There goes Perez, the fullback in motion left.
And
Flags are thrown again. Hokies, Perez cut up field before the snap, Mike. That'll move it back to the 6.
Part of the snap. Full start up at number 76. It's a 5-yard penalty remains. 2nd down.
It was actually Dwayne Brown that moved early. How many snaps has Virginia Tech had in Ohio territory in the 2nd and 3rd quarter? Holy cow.
Yeah, an awful lot. I mean, it's been
just
all
about
Virginia Tech
every
in the
snap,
3rd quarter,
yeah.
but on the scoreboard,
They
it
haven't
hadn't
scored.
mattered, yeah.
2nd down and goal to go. Now the ball back on the 6-yard line. Out of the I formation. Back to throw is Taylor. The freshman scrambles to his right, throwing it into the end zone and through the hands of Wheeler, incomplete. Nearly a sack. Taylor was able to escape the grasp of the linebacker and let it go, intended for Wheeler, right side of the end zone, and went right through his hands.
He had some mustard on that one, my man. I mean, that ball had some zip to it. Again, he gets flushed out of the pocket. Orr does a pretty good job picking up a block, rips the helmet off. Did a good job there. That was Cohen. He rips the helmet off.
So it's going to be
can't handle it.
3rd down and goal on the 6. And the Hokies will bring Harper in. He lines up wide to the right. Wide to the left, Hyman and Morgan. The lone back is Orr. The Hokies have the tight end on the left. 3rd down and goal. Ohio showing blitz once again. Tyrod is in the shotgun. Here they come. It's a quarterback draw. The freshman scampers to his right. He's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown Tech on a quarterback draw. Tyrod Taylor gives Tech the lead.
You could kind of see that coming, Bill. He had them all spread out there, and you could see Ohio's defense. He showed great patience there before snapping the ball, calling for the ball. He kind of let him creep up there, and then he could kind of see which side he needed to go on. Great call. He surveys the situation. He's got Brandon Orr in front of him, and he just goes around the right side where there's a lot of space and an easy touchdown run, untouched from 6 yards out.
With 3:38 to go, it's 13-7, and now the extra point attempt by Dunleavy. Here's the kick in the air, and it is good. 14-7 the score. Late in this 3rd quarter. Timeout on the field. Now let's step aside for these messages. Well, the Hokies have their first lead of the day, 14-7 over the visiting Ohio Bobcats on a 6-yard run by Tyrod Taylor, who has lived up to his hype today. Here's the kickoff coming back from Jared DeVelli, the Virginia Tech kick man. Ball is in the air. Higher kickoff, but again it is short. It'll be fielded by Garrett at the 15. Gets to the 20, runs left to the 30. Still going to the 35, and the Hokies are going to gang up on him at the 40, and he wrestles out of bounds at the 42-yard line. That was a great kick return.
It was a little action on the sideline over there, too.
At the Ohio bench, and officials will separate the teams. And Ohio has great field position, trailing 14-7. Let's get a Grand Home Furnishing scoreboard update. Once again, here's Adam. Good for Kroom. Wow, tough day for Auburn. Here's a 1st down run for McCray. Plows his way up, got about a yard on the play, and gets upended on the play by Vince Hall. We've seen some interesting things this year, Mike. We saw Appalachian State go into Michigan and win, and then Michigan can't win the next week, right? And you wonder, Auburn getting beat again today at home, how much that had to do with South Florida beating them at home last week. I mean, Auburn doesn't lose 2 in a row at home very often.
I would say it had a lot to do with it. Sometimes you put so much into a game, into a season, thinking you got to go undefeated. The air comes out of your sail, and you let the team beat you twice. You have a hangover, and you get beat twice.
From the 44, Ohio trailing by 7. Bauer to throw, and he shovels it quickly to the tailback, and that is McCray at the midfield area, and he gets upended backside by Robertson and Ellis. I cannot imagine what it would feel to have those two guys land on top of you, but that's what just happened on the play. McCray pops back up. Robertson goes 342. Ellis is 267. That was pounds of Hokie that just fell on him, but he popped right back up. 3rd and 3.
And Adibi got first hit there, slowed him down a little bit. McCray's had a long day.
It's 3rd down and 3 for Ohio on the 50. They trail 14-7 here at Sunny Lane Stadium. Shotgun snap to the backup quarterback, racing to the left, and there is Flowers making an All-American play to bring him down. It gets back up and gets belted. I thought Flowers brought him down, but he tried to get back up and run again. I guess he really wasn't down.
His knee
Huge loss on the play, and now post-tackle pushing and shoving over there with Theo Scott and the players from both teams.
His knee never did hit the ground there, Bill. Scott just trying to fight for extra yardage, and then by then the swarming defense that we've come to know and love, they were all over Scott.
3 straight 3-and-outs for Ohio. They'll quickly run their punt team onto the field on 4th and 6 late in this 3rd quarter. Hokies leading 14-7, and the punter Schulte is back in for Ohio. This game was tied at 7 at the half, despite tremendous disparity in the statistics. Ohio has played a near perfect game. Not a single turnover, very few penalties, and they played very conservative. Flag thrown as Schulte kicks the football to Eddie Royal. He calls for a fair catch and takes it on the 15, but right at the line of scrimmage, a penalty marker was thrown.
Illegal formation on the offense.
Not enough guys on the line of scrimmage.
Well, the Hokies can take the football on the 15 or force the Bobcats to kick it over. And that is exactly what they'll do.
From the end of the dead ball spot, 5 yards, 1st down.
They'll move the ball up 5 yards, and Tech will start 1st and 10.
At the 20.
With 1:07 to go. That was the 9th punt of the day for Ohio. Virginia Tech leads the game 14-7. The Hokies have outgained the Bobcats 334-95. A couple of turnovers have kept it closer than the score or the statistics might suggest.
You can kind of sense, though, that Ohio, the Bobcat defense, is kind of slowing down there, Billy. The Hokies are kind of getting the best of them now, and it's time for maybe a big play from Tyrod Taylor. He's been so close on some of those long passes.
He's completed 16 of 28 today for 240 yards. And he's run for the go-ahead touchdown. Number 5, Tyrod Taylor. 1st down and 10 for Tech on the 20. Taylor takes the snap, turns and hands the football off to Orr, and he gets knocked down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And with a minute to go, the clock continues to turn.
It was Myers there with the linebacker with a good tackle. Barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Frank Beamer called this a critical week for our team. They were sloppy somewhat in the first half, but much better here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 10. Line of scrimmage is the 20-yard line, and Taylor appears to be changing the play at the line. Play is signaled in from the sideline to Taylor, and he's able to check off right at the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap and hands it off to Orr. Running hard to the right, and Brandon across the 25. Head of the 28-yard line. He's dragged down by Michael Mitchell once again.
That play will probably end the quarter. Orr gets around there outside. It's going to be about 1.5 yards short of the 1st down.
Clock will continue to run, under 7 seconds to go, and you're right. So the Hokies will take the lead into the 4th quarter. They lead 14-7. After 3, now let's step aside and hear this from your local station. This is Virginia Tech football from ISP Sports.
Block there, just gets his paw up there right at the perfect time. Almost gets the turnover. He's played a whale of a game.
2nd down and 10 out of the I formation. Ohio driving right to left, down by 7 early in the 4th quarter. Quarterback Bauer, the snap turn, the hand to McCray up the middle, but nothing doing. He gets ahead for maybe a couple across the 11-yard line, and Ohio will face 3rd down. Nikos Brown, the tackle for Tech. Carter points out it was a 63-yard net on the punt. Now that's a pretty good net punt.
How about the numbers after 3, Bill? The Hokies ran up 19 first downs to Ohio's 5. Total yards, the Hokies 342. Ohio just 95. The Hokies had 108 yards in the 3rd quarter alone.
Wow, what are the first downs again?
19-5.
But what's important is the score, and it's just 14-7. 3rd down for Ohio. Quarterback out of the shotgun. Bauer to throw. Penalty markers are thrown, and the play was actually whistled dead prior to the snap. Pass ended up being batted down, but no one could hear the official whistle.
Number 52, the offense, that's a false start. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
Well, that Tech defense back to its old nasty self today, Mike, isn't it?
They are. They're playing very well, and again, there's a case where Graves, for the second time today, gets his hand up there and blocks the pass down, but of course the play was blown dead because of the false start. And again, the crowd give them an assist in that. Hard to hear out there.
Hokies led 14-7 coming into this fourth quarter. And now they've punted Ohio inside their 10. The Bobcats face a 3rd and 11 with 13:19 to play. And the crowd roars in Blacksburg. Over 66,000 here. The Bobcats are just 3 for 13 today on third down conversions. Here is Bauer out of his end zone, stepping up, looks to throw, shovels it short to McCray, and he's knocked down on the 14, and it will be fourth down. Vince Hall, another tackle. No first downs in the second half for Ohio.
That was the 9-11 connection there. They just smothered McCray. A little dump off to him, which has been successful, but they knew where the yardsticks were, and Hall and Adebe were not going to let that one get across. Again, that's where the 5-yard penalty kills you.
10th punt of the day for Schulte. Standing on his goal line, the Ohio punter fields that snap and kicks it very, very high and short. Eddie Royal coming up, takes it on the 42. They run into him after the fair catch and a flag thrown on the play. So the Hokies will get good field position here, and even better when they mark off the penalty.
Lawrence got a little bit too close to Eddie Royal, number 4 against number 4.
Called for the fair catch and made it, and then they ran into him. Now, what is the rule on that, Mike? He didn't really hit him. He just ran into him. And the back judge who threw his flag.
There's no foul on the play. The defender was pushed in to the receiver.
There we go. There's the explanation.
That was close. You could tell. I mean, there was a Hokie there. I'm not sure who, but very, very close.
Well, it certainly wasn't a personal foul. He didn't knock him down or anything like that. So no harm, and as the officials just told us, no foul.
It looked like Lawrence was actually pushing Carmichael.
So the Hokies will start on the Ohio 42. They lead the game 14-7. And Taylor, number 5, is in the shotgun now for Tech, driving from our left to right in this quarter. Hands the football off to Orr. And again, not a whole lot of room inside. The Ohio team is there to knock him down. That was Henley from Richmond making the tackle. Taj Henley.
You know what Coach Beamer's thinking. Let's try to keep this ball on the ground, get some yards, let that clock continue to roll, and try to get a score. We're in good field position, but Ohio's defense good against the run.
Orr has carried the ball 16 times today for 77 yards. He did have his long run of the year, 23-yard scamper in the first half today. Second down and 10 for Virginia Tech. Taylor out of the shotgun, fields the snap, zings it to the left side, and a great throw and catch flag thrown on the play. Hyman caught it, steps out of bounds on the 32-yard line. This one might be coming back again. It is a holding penalty against the Hokies.
It's going to be good throw and catch there to Hyman, who makes a good play right there by the yardsticks, but all coming back. Be a holding penalty.
Holding on the offense, number 58. That's a 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Replay, second down.
Got Ryan Schumann, the center, on that one.
Tech leading it 14-7, bidding for its 27th straight home win over a non-conference team. This game was tied at the half at 7. And Tyrod Taylor's 6-yard run in the third quarter gave the Hokies the 14-7 lead. Here's a blitz on second and long. Taylor sets up the screen, flipping it to Orr as a blocker in front of him, and races down the right side to the 40, and there he goes to the 30, and they drag him down on the backside of the 25-yard line. 28 yards from Tyrod Taylor to Brandon Orr. That time Brian Steinspring sensed it. He said, you know what, Jimmy Burrows, their defensive coordinator, has been coming with that blitz. Let's set up a little screen. Perfect play call at the perfect time.
Yeah, but look at the blocking he's getting. Schumann's out there helping lead the play, and then he gets out in front of the receiver. I mean, he just hit that one with a full head of steam. I mean, that's the Orr you've come to love and respect, his ability to get out there and find that other gear.
New line of scrimmage is the Ohio 24. Hokies leading 14-7. Snap to Taylor, turns and hands it off to Orr once again. Gets his way near the 20-yard line, and the Bobcats plug it up and push him back. Eric Kenkel from Cincinnati, the tackle. Second down for Virginia Tech. Clock running, 11:15 to go. Hokies 1-1 on the season, facing unbeaten Ohio. The team picked to win the MAC, and their defense has been terrific today, but the Hokies defense is back to its normal self this afternoon.
Weatherford comes in at fullback now. They've only given up 106 yards as Tech's defense.
That's really impressive, Mike.
Yeah, especially after giving up
Last week.
many. Last week, 598.
I formation, second down. Ohio in the 4-3. They blitz Taylor again. He drops to throw, throws it short. Hyman has it at the 12. Down the field to the 10. First down to the 5, and they drag him down on the 2. 18 more yards. Tyrod Taylor, just a little flick of the wrist, and the ball comes shooting out of there like he's pitching darts.
It is. I mean, that's exactly what it looks like, Bill. He's so fast with that release. It's so quick. Great play call. I mean, Hyman was wide open on the play. He just gets in that space there. The big tight end Smith runs him off, and Hyman's right there. He makes a good cut and gets down to about the 2-yard line.
First down and goal to go just inside the 2. Hokies lead 14-7. Taylor up under center. Schumann takes the snap. First down. Give to the fullback. Weatherford plows his way up the middle. Right behind Schumann. Stretching for the goal line. No call yet. And they say down at the half-inch line. I mean, the ball is just shy of the goal line. It'll be second down and goal.
Tyrod Taylor up to 287 yards passing now, Bill.
He has made an impact, and it's been with his arm. Yeah, he's made some plays running, but what's impressive about Tyrod Taylor is the velocity with which the ball is coming out of his hands. Second down and goal to go. Ball is just inside the 1. Full house backfield again. Taylor the snap. Quarterback keeper plows his way behind Schumann. Falls across the goal line. No call yet. Just like at LSU, they're going to have to unpile and see where he is.
They're saying no gain.
Wow.
I mean, clearly it was over, but
that's really unbelievable. I think we have to replay that and look on replay. That's exactly what happened at LSU.
I mean, both of those lines guys came in about the same spot. They call him short.
Let's watch on the replay. He's running right behind Schumann.
Schumann and Render, he gets a little push.
You know, he's a little bit too high, Mike. He needs to get lower. The Hokies are going to challenge the play.
Timeout. Virginia Tech.
They've had a lot of opportunities inside the red zone today and haven't scored. And Frank calls timeout here with the ball just inside the 1. And he's going to talk to the officials. And this wasn't a timeout for discussion. Frank is spending it with the Mid-American Conference officials, and they can look at the replay.
He's definitely pleading his case. I mean, you look at the push they got.
This play, Virginia Tech is challenging running on the field.
Might as well.
In the bowl game, Virginia Tech played against Georgia, you'll recall. After review, the Hokies were awarded a touchdown. Last week at LSU, you'll recall Tech was awarded a touchdown. Against East Carolina in the season opener, Moncho Harris's interception was ruled a touchdown by the replay official. And so here's an opportunity for what would be, if this is called the way we see it, the 4th touchdown in 4 games, called not on the field, but in the replay booth.
You know, he's kind of backing himself in, and I'm not sure if you're going to get a real clear view of where the ball is, just with the camera angles that you have. I mean, it looks like he's crossed the plane. Maybe his body did and the ball didn't. And I'm not so sure you can get enough evidence with the camera angles that we have seen anyway to rule it a touchdown.
The only thing that would you look at it schematically, Mike, or execution-wise, he went in high.
He did.
Whereas when you do that quarterback sneak, you got to get in low between the guard and center, right?
It almost looked to me like the natural seam was off the left side, not the right, but he chose to go off the right with Schumann and Render.
There's the call.
After review, the play stands as called on the field. It'll be 3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd down. Again, the ball is just outside the goal line. He only has to get an inch, and that's what Frank was saying. If his helmet and his shoulder pads are across the goal line and he gets pushed out, That's a touchdown. But the Hokies get called a timeout for the challenge there, and they have 2 remaining for the game. They lead 14-7. 3rd down and goal from the 1-inch line. Tyrod Taylor making his first collegiate start has been brilliant today for Virginia Tech. We can actually reset the clock here before the 3rd down play is run from the 1-inch line. The replay official is also from the Mid-American Conference, as is this crew on the field.
Well, let's see what they do now. You got the full house in there. Do you try to sneak it again with a quick snap?
Tyrod up under the center. Ryan Schumann on 3rd and goal. There's the snap. Give to the fullback, or rather the tailback, Brandon Orr. He's in. Touchdown, Tech. 1-yard run. Again, a slow call, but Orr gets in.
That was close, but he broke the plane, Bill. Just enough blocking. You can see Brandon Orr driving those legs, trying to see where the goal line was. He's got good leg drive there. Watch those feet. He's just turning those legs, trying to break the plane.
And with 8:49 to go, the Hokies scored their 3rd straight touchdown. And it's 20-7. Orr lost his shoe on the play, but he does get across the goal line. Was that harder than it should have been, Mike?
Probably.
Yeah. Now the extra point attempt by Judd Dunleavy coming with 8:49 to play. Scott King is the snapper. Grant Throckmorton is the holder. Good operation there, and Dunleavy kicks it up and good. Our new score, Virginia Tech 21 and Ohio 7. Ohio does not have a first down in the second half. This will be their 5th possession and a new formation. 5 receivers, no backs, no tight ends. Quarterback Bauer takes the shotgun snap on first down. Back to throw. He's flushed. He fires it deep over the middle. It's caught on the 40-yard line, and the receiver is Donahue, knocked down there. But we do have a penalty marker on the play. An injured Bobcat as well. That is Paul Johnson, the left guard. And he's down on the field. Ohio, after playing 2 games on their own, Mike, they got 2 games at home coming up. A very good Wyoming team, and then Kent State.
Holding on the offense, number 71. Half the distance to the goal. Remains first down. Timeout.
You know, Mike, that Solich is going to say, guys, what cost us a chance to win the game was an illegal formation on a pass play where we had a 30-yard gain. We had a punt out of our end zone, and Virginia Tech got an easy touchdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the muffed punt, which forced them to start a drive on their own 8, which led to another short Virginia Tech touchdown drive.
And the other thing, Bill, you think about, they had a couple illegal procedure or false start penalties when it resulted in a 3rd down and long situation when they came up at 4th and 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So those are the little things that just absolutely kill you.
If you're Solich, and as a guy that was a 2-time Big 12 Coach of the Year, you got to remember now they won 9 games his last year at Nebraska when they fired him, which doesn't happen very often. But that's what happened with Coach Solich, and a longtime assistant under Tom Osborne. His offensive lineman is from Vienna, West Virginia, Paul Johnson, Mike, and he is now just getting up, and he'll get a big hand from this Virginia Tech crowd as he's helped off the field.
Well, they were looking at his leg, his knee. Fortunately, they have those big knee braces on, and that certainly helps out.
So Johnson, they're going to take him right back to the locker room for additional medical care. And Ohio will have a first down on its own 8-yard line. 8:33 to play in the 4th quarter. The Hokies lead the Bobcats 21-7 in Tyrod Taylor's debut at Virginia Tech as the starting quarterback. And he has wowed this sellout crowd. Bobcats go with 3 receivers now. They bring a tight end in out of the shotgun. Quarterback Bowers tries to set up a quick little middle screen. The pass is caught, but at the 10-yard line, there is Barry Booker to bring down the receiver. 86, Justin Fitzgerald from Hermitage High School. He played prep ball with Andrew Bowman and Dwayne Brown of the Hokies, and another injured Ohio player.
Yeah,
that's the
Thomas
center.
Stuck, the big offensive lineman Stuck.
Well, see the game again with Hokie playback. Virginia Tech and Ohio tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 on Comcast Sportsnet, and tomorrow night at 11:35 on WDBJ7. Hokie playback presented by Intellos Wireless. Stop in food stores, Grand Home Furnishings, and your local Virginia Ford dealer. So that's 2 offensive linemen injured on consecutive plays. The left guard and now the center are out for Ohio. That's tough when you're inside your own 20, isn't it?
Yeah, but it looks like he's going to be okay. He's kind of walking off a little bit slow, but under his own power.
Brad Bauer, the former Fighting Illini from Burr Ridge, Illinois, is the Bobcats quarterback. 21-7, Tech leads, 8:15 to play. Ohio rallied for 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to win on the road last week. They're trying to come from behind today against the Hokies. Play fake for Bauer. Back to throw. He's hit. He's sacked. Back on the 8-yard line. That's a coverage sack, the 4th of the day for the Hokies. Ellis and Powell in there make the play.
Yeah, big old CP in there. Didn't get to start today. He's making up for it there. He and Ellis combined for the sack. Again, though, as you say, coverage sack. Good coverage downfield. Carlton gets there first and makes the play. 3rd down and long. Clock continues to run. 7:35 left.
3rd and 18 from the 8-yard line. Out of the shotgun. Bauer to throw, and a deep ball to the left side over the head of the intended receiver, Fitzgerald. It is 4th down. And again, Tech's defense has been nearly flawless in the second half. 0 first downs for Ohio University. They have not moved the sticks once.
They have put the clamps down, Billy. Bud Foster, whatever adjustments he made, worked pretty good.
11th punt of the day for Ohio. Schulte kicking it out of the end zone. Midway through the quarter. 21-7, Virginia Tech leading. There's the snap to the Bobcat punter, and he kicks it to Eddie Royal, who calls for the fair catch. Runs up and takes it on a knee on the Bobcat 39. Timeout on the field. 21-7, Virginia Tech leads. Now this word from your local station. You're listening to the Virginia Tech ISP Sports Network. All right, Adam, thanks. Here, Virginia Tech leads Ohio 21-7, takes over on the Bobcats 39. The story of the day, Tyrod Taylor, the Tech quarterback, takes the snap, turns and hands the ball to Kenny Lewis, and he runs ahead to the right side and gets dragged down. Slight gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and a long 9 for Virginia Tech. This game was tied at the half at 7-7, and despite dominating statistically throughout, the Hokies found themselves in a tight one, but they now lead at 21-7 here in the 4th.
Thanks to the great defense, 25 total yards, no first downs from Ohio in the second half, Bill.
Taylor has played exceptionally well in his first collegiate start. Now before the snap, we've got a flag thrown and another procedure call against Tech.
7-8 on the offense at the full start. The 5-yard penalty remains. 2nd down.
Sergio must have lifted his hand there after Tyrod made the adjustment. Sometimes they'll go to the line of scrimmage, make a call. If they don't see what they want, then they'll back off and change the play. Vince Hall, 14 tackles today. Xavier Debe, 11. Senior linebackers came to play today.
Now the line of scrimmage is the Ohio 44-yard line. Taylor drops the throw, lets it go on a slant, but it was behind the intended receiver, Hyman, on about the 30-yard line. There have been a couple of misreads today, or misrun routes. You don't know that until you talk with the coaching staff after the game, but the guy's running a post and the ball's thrown to the sideline. But clearly the Hokies have to feel a lot different about this season and the quarterback position specifically after what you saw today, Mike.
You do, but that ball got tipped at the line, Bill. That's why that looked kind of ugly. It looked like a dying quail, but it got tipped by one of the defensive linemen. But Tyrod has been very accurate today. I mean, brings you another dimension.
Here is a counter play. Started to the left, back to the right, runs Lewis ahead to the 30, breaking free at the 20, and he will score. It is a 44-yard run for Lewis on a counter play, running right up the middle, and he has his 2nd touchdown of the day.
Wow, did he scoot on that one, Billy, showing some of his speed. Little counter play, got plenty of time there. I think it was Kenny Jefferson that got a nice block for him. Tyrod faking the pass, gets up there. Kenny Jefferson comes up and gets a piece of his man, and boy, it's off to the races. And Lewis just running at full speed, Nice touchdown, 44 yards. He's erased his negative yardage total on those first 2 games.
Now the extra point attempt by Dunleavy. Here in this 4th quarter. He is perfect today, 3 for 3 and 6 of 6 on the season is the young man from North Carolina. Good snap and hold. And the kick is right down the middle. Our new score, the Hokies 28, Ohio 7. And with 6:13 to go, let's hear this from the University Bookstore. Longest run of the year as well. 44-yard touchdown run. Novelli's kickoff is a mammoth blast through the end zone. He's a weapon there, too. They moved that ball back to the 30, but he's still able to get the ball through the end zone. That one actually bounced about 6 yards deep and skipped through.
He definitely got all of that one now. 6:13 left. The Ohio's ball at the 20-yard line.
Well, this defense on Wednesday at practice, Bud Foster called them together, and guys, this isn't us, is it? And they said, no, coach. He says, 600 yards. He actually threw a word in there between 600 and yards, but 600 yards. Is that us? No, coach. We'll go out there and show us what we are all about this week. Here is Theo Scott in the game at quarterback for Ohio, their backup. He takes the snap, back to throw, and he's dragged down as he throws. The ball lands incomplete. They'll rule it an incomplete pass. It would have been the 5th sack of the day as Ellis had him wrapped up. Just an incomplete pass, 2nd down. So the defense clearly has rallied, and they have been perfect. Not a single first down in the second half. Only 5 for the day allowed by Ohio. Tex held them to 36 yards rushing, 70 yards passing. Just 106 yards.
Total domination by the defense. This is what you expect out of those guys. They have a little more enthusiasm than they did a week ago, and of course the offense helps in that regard when they're not on the field all day. It's all it's a big team effort.
Now as the huddle is broken, Ohio calls timeout. Second timeout. We'll step aside. 6:06 to go. Now let's pause. Ohio quarterback Scott knocked down on the 25-yard line on a 2nd down and 10-yard line by Booker. And it'll be 3rd down. Bud Foster, Mike, has gone to his bench here somewhat.
He has cleaned house, Billy. Carmichael's in there, Virgil, Porch, Grimm. You got Morgan and Warren in there, and Sturdivant's in there at linebacker. So the front 4 pretty much stays because those guys kind of alternate through, but the rest of those guys, the secondary and linebackers, all fresh.
Ohio is just 3 for 15 on 3rd downs today, and again, the Bobcats do not have a first down in the second half. 3rd and 5 from the 25. Scott takes the snap, the elusive transfer from Cal, option play, pitching it to the left, and Abrams is knocked down behind the line of scrimmage.
Carmichael was right there, read it perfectly.
He's from Clinton, Maryland, a redshirt freshman who backs up Harris at the field corner. So another 3 and out for Ohio, and another punt for the visitors from Athens, Ohio, with 5:05 to play.
Just a dominating performance by the defense. Lost yards on that play with the second group in there.
Again, they had their center shaken up, stuck. Their left guard Johnson went to the locker room earlier here in this game. Punt is away. Fair catch called for by Royal. He'll take it on the 47-yard line, and the Hokies will get the ball back, and Sean Glennon will come into the ball game now for Virginia Tech at quarterback. Wide to the left side. 1st and 10. Ball just shy of the 47. And a first down running play, and Jari Cheeseman has it, and he gets to about the 49-yard line. Now, I don't think anybody back in the spring thought you'd be watching Virginia Tech football game and you'd see Glennon as the backup and Whitaker as the flanker. I'd have told you about that in April, huh?
I know what you mean. But everybody knew that on paper what kind of a prospect Tyrod Taylor was.
Yeah.
And boy, did he ever play well today.
Woo. We'll run down all of his stats and talk with him following the game. 2nd down, Glennon drops the throw and throws it short. Out of the backfield, the fullback Jefferson catches it near midfield and gets knocked out of bounds on the Ohio 49-yard line. And the Hokies will have a 3rd down with 4:02 to play. They lead the game by a score of 28-7 as the sun sets and casts a shadow onto Worsham Field. The new lights almost have a look of the Yankee Stadium outfield fence in Yankee Stadium punting. You know what I'm saying, Mike?
I do.
You see the way the lights create that picket fence look on the field. 3rd and 6 for the Hokies from the 49 of Ohio. Glennon drops the throw, and he fires it to the near side. It's caught by Whitaker, and he's wrestled out of bounds on the Ohio 46-yard line.
Short of
another different receiver catching the ball for Tech. Is that 10 or 11, Carter? That's 11 different receivers today that have caught passes for Virginia Tech. 11 different receivers. Now, Taylor injured his hand on the previous possession. He's on his way to the locker room, Mike. They're going to actually x-ray his left hand.
They were looking at that before, so yeah, you hate to see something like that happen. Of course, he is right-handed, but you don't want any injury to Tyrod Taylor after that performance.
4th down and 3. Hokies lead 28-7, and on the plus side of the field, but Brent Bowden is in. The Hokies are going to punt one more time, try to pin him in. Brent gets this one away, hits on the 2, and skips through the end zone for a touchback.
Didn't get a lot of air underneath that one, kind of a line drive. Still got that second team defense in there. Carmichael, Virgil, Porch, Grimm, Morgan, Warren, Sturdivant.
And the Hokies will start, or rather the Bobcats will start on the 20. Theo Scott, the backup quarterback, tries to run on 1st down and throws it to the right, and it's dropped, an incomplete pass.
Demetrius Taylor in there as well.
Abrams couldn't hold on to that.
Trying to shuffle it forward to Abrams.
3:02 to go in the game. 28-7. Frank Beamer just 3:02 away from his 200th win. 3rd winningest coach behind Coach Bowden and Paterno. And Frank would be the 47th coach in the history of college football with 200 wins. Think how hard it is to win 200 games.
Oh my
You
God.
got to average 10 wins a year for 20 years to win 200 games. 2nd down and 10. Theo Scott drops the throw in a deep ball on a left side fly, and the receiver stopped, and the ball was thrown deep. McCray, who's a freshman, stopped. The ball lands incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10.
That was pretty fast math you had there, Bill. I was really
Which one's
impressed.
that?
That one you had to average 10 wins a year for 20 years. That was pretty good.
Think about how
I'm
hard
glad
it
you
is to
gave all
win
that money.
200 games, though.
Oh, it's incredible. And Frank will be the first. Well, it just tells you I've been around a long time.
That means I'm old. That's what he said Monday night on the Hokie Hotline.
That's what he's going to say today.
The
too.
modest man of the year. 3rd down and 10 for Ohio. Ball on the 20-yard line. Hokies lead 28-7. Theo Scott takes the shotgun snap. He steps up. Under a rush. Flushed out. Rolls to his right. Throws it to the tight end on the 25, and he's upended there. Another 3-and-out for Ohio.
How about that second team defense? They sure don't want to hear the wrath from those first team guys. You gave up a 1st down? Come on.
Hokies have 22 first downs for the game. Ohio has just 5, and again, none in the second half. The busiest guy of the day has been punter Matt Schulte. This will be his 13th punt of the day. They're going to have to ice his leg down after the game. He's been out there so much. Hokies again, as they have had all day, the return is set up. Schulte hits it high and short. Infield fly rule in effect. Punt hits near midfield and rolls all the way to the Tech 46-yard line. He got half the distance of that punt on the roll. 28 yards on the punt. Hokies will get it back with 2:06 to go and bring that offense back out onto the field, led by Glennon.
A lot of the fans heading to the exits here, Bill. Terrific crowd on hand on an absolutely spectacular day. There was not a cloud in the sky here after the clouds blew out this morning from the rain yesterday and last night.
Line of scrimmage is the 46. Hokies trying to run out the clock now. 1st down, and
Pickle.
here is Dustin Pickle taking the handoff, running to the right. The tough kid from Salem plows his way to the Ohio 45, stretches forward to near the 44. A gain of 10 for Pickle with 1:52 to go and counting.
A little hamburger with that pickle. What a heck of a run.
He
He's
was
just such a tough kid.
He was awarded a scholarship at the end of preseason practice. You will not find a harder working guy or a nicer young gentleman than Dustin Pickle.
Actually, they're going to call a little bit short of the 1st down.
9.5 he got, huh?
Maybe 3/4.
Barrett Mears is going to come in at center. He's from Godwin High School in Richmond.
See Matt Welsh coming off. Slight injury there.
That's not encouraging. The junior from Centerville. Hokies don't have enough depth on that offensive line to be losing backups. Welsh actually played a lot in the first quarter today. We'll get the injury report following the game as well. Next week, William and Mary is here. It'll be the 62nd meeting all time between the two schools. Our broadcast is set for noon, presented by the Virginia Lottery, the presenting sponsor of the Virginia Tech ISP Sports Network. Here is Pickle on second and short. Does get the first down this time. Running left to about the 41 of Ohio with 1:08 to go. Pickle's excited. He says, give me the ball.
I want more. He's such a terrific kid. What a hard worker. Now he's got to leave the game. Is somebody else get a carry in here?
First down and 10 for Tech. This will be the take a knee play, don't you think? From the Ohio 40-yard line. 28-7 is the score.
One more run here, Billy.
All right. And the handoff goes to Cheeseman. Up the middle. Has a hole. Gets to the 30. Still going to the 26. And he's knocked down there. 14 more yards on the ground. Hokies up to 474 yards of offense today. They've held Ohio to about a quarter of that, 114. That's the 24th first down of the game for Virginia Tech.
Now you take a knee.
Absolutely. This game was tied 7-7 at halftime, but Taylor and that Tech offense got it in gear, and the Tech defense was smothering in the second half. Actually, the Hokies aren't going to have to snap it here, Mike.
Well, they do, yeah. The time play clock's going to run out, so they'll take the penalty and then
do it.
Snap it.
Away on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
I don't think Sean realized he was going to need to snap the ball there, so stops with 8 seconds. Now he'll have to take a knee.
Kenny Lewis 2 touchdown runs. Brandon Orr a 1-yard run. Tyrod Taylor a 6-yard run. The 4 Virginia Tech scores, and the Hokies will win it 28-7. There's Glennon taking the knee on what will be the final play of the game. The clock will wind out. The cannon will be heard. And the final score is Virginia Tech 28 and Ohio 7. We'll recap today's game after this from Intellos.